Yo, what's going on? We're back again. Rest Purist Podcast, episode 66. I'm joined by Backup Hangman, Big AO, Manny the Hooper. We're going to do our usual, which is reviewing Dynamite. Going to talk some news. Some CM Punk stuff is popping back up, which is obviously always it's always interesting on this channel. But yeah, first things first, everyone like, subscribe, super chat if you're feeling generous as always. It's always much appreciated. But we're going to go around see how everyone's doing. Ayo, your first appearance on a Thursday in it's in like a couple of weeks. Been a couple of weeks. The people always missing you, you know. You
It's
do your
Big
little
AO,
running.
it's Big AO, I'm back, nigga. This nigga Hollywood Hangman, Adam Pearce, my fault. He did a whole gimmick change, a whole presentation change because he wasn't over anymore.
Got new gear.
Pussy ran away from the territory. He got scared of new top faces in town. The people, y'all seen them on Pierce numbers lately, and then y'all seen the Wrestle Pierce flat, quote unquote, flagship show numbers. Hancock is killing the fucking territory, my nigga. Y'all thought he was a top guy. When Wrestle Pierce started, right? Let me peel back the curtain. When Wrestle Pierce started, Martel Bedford, he went up to Hangman. Hangman used to have some clout. Hangman used to have some clout in this business, right? Went up to Hangman. He was like, bro, I really want you part of this, bro. I really think that, we could do something special here, bro. No. You see, Hangman had his nice little run. Then Big AO stepped out on the scene, nigga. You see what the fuck going on now. New top guy. Pierce drawing the numbers. Pierce drawing the gates. Pierce everything, bro. Pierce on top. Hancock. What are we talking about, little boy? You're killing the territory. You took your ball. You went home for a little break. You try to come back and get a return pop. Didn't work out for you, nigga. You came back to knives and bombs.
Yo, either you're going to just take that, He's sending shots early, bro.
Yeah. He started pretty early. Monty, thank you for having me as a regular member of the flagship show. I'm happy to be here for all my people who love and support Backup Hangman. He referred to me as Hollywood Hangman Adam Pearce at the start of this. That's not my name. My name is Ibu of Russell Pierce. Hollywood Hangman Adam Pearce is dead and gone. Not because of anything regarding AO, but because it was just time to move on. Because smart people in this business know when it's time to change. AO is going to hang on to the catchphrases and the gimmicks and stuff like that because that's his thing.
I don't have a single catchphrase.
The reason why he stopped showing up on the flagship, guys, the reason why he stopped showing up on the flagship was he knew that if he stayed on too much and overexposed himself, it was going to wear thin. There's only so many times he can do the 1 450 splash before people get bored. I'm happy he's here now because I'm going to demolish him the way I used to back in the day. It's been a while since
the reason why I'm not on the flagship show every week. Because I have a job, my nigga. You over here, you got your mommy and daddy paying all your bills. You got Israel paying all your bills.
That's not true.
You in the DMs of the Wrestle Purist Galaxy, begging them for $50 here, $50 there. Talking about, I don't got no gas in my tank.
That is not
true. Far, help me out. I don't got no gas in my tank.
I am not borrowing money from Far.
Help me out. I need some Wawa. Like, come on, bro.
I need some Wawa.
I gotta say, I didn't know what the hell Wawa was. And when Peter talked about eating Wawa macaroni, I was like, yo, what is he talking about? I'm thinking it's like some Sonic level shit, right? I had some Wawa for the first time last week. It's pretty fire. You know what I mean?
Wawa's good,
affordable. Wawa's not bad.
Caveman.
I'm not an uncouth caveman. That's closer to yourself, But look, AO, I'm glad you finally showed your face because at some point you gotta face the music. The music of Backup Hangman.
Do you see what's going on in the chat right now?
Let's see right here.
Do you see all the bombs and knives and
I see Mr. Hanky say. I see Mr. Hanky say.
There's a Hangman pack. It's crazy, bro.
Somebody
Manny,
on Hangman
real quick,
pack, bro.
we got to check in with Manny. How you been the past couple of days? You normally got a good story for us. What you been up to?
I don't got much. My son's got KD. That was all happy about that. Then I got a Powerade. I found in my fridge. Pour some water in and I ruined it. So
Top tips from Manny. Don't do that.
Since when are you a Suns fan, bro?
Always been. It's my second favorite team.
Bro, you've been Spurs ride or die since I've known you.
Yeah, Charles Barkley's my favorite player of all time.
This is nasty.
No explanation.
I want to say
something. And I was always a fan of Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash.
Monty, do you fancy yourself a neutral host?
I mean, I guess. I gotta, you know, I
If
gotta
you,
do what I gotta do, you know.
if you consider yourself, and I noticed, did you get a haircut, Monty? I can see it on the sides. This thing got the baldy on the sides. You see
Bro, no
that?
one cares, bro.
Nah, that's
This
not
guy's
true.
picking out haircuts on a
Not-
wrestling podcast.
I looked at you. Hey, no, don't even make it like that. I'm just saying. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, Monty got the, he got the freshie. But nah, listen. If you fancy yourself an unbiased host, you need to put up on the screen that I'm getting some real love this time on the chat. I'm seeing some hate.
I haven't put the hate up either. So
Listen, anytime
Look at
it's
Israel.
suck it up to the chat. Your Honor, listen, I think you look great today, Your Honor. I think you can
like complimenting haircuts and shit, bro.
hey, man.
This
This
is
is
nasty.
this is how you know Monty's balding, bro. He got a freshie and he's still putting the hat on, son. Like that's
Listen,
crazy.
It's got the people he used to, bro. You know.
Bro,
Nah, he just got the.
son Monty cook, bro. There's nothing wrong with being bald.
But
Okay.
I'll listen. When the day comes, I'll be ready for it. You know. I think I can get away with it.
Monty used to be like, bro, my hair is messed up in it. I can't take my hat off, bro. It's a proper mess, bro. It's a proper mess on the top, yeah. And
Just
this
like
now,
that.
yeah, and then now he's bald and he's still got a hat, son. That's crazy.
Anyway,
I'm
Super
sorry.
chat. 55222 Republicans versus Recidiocrats. There's gonna be a lot of that today, especially when we get to the CM Punk stuff. You know. Appreciate the super chat as always, Far.
Appreciate
Levar
it.
Ball 199. Appreciate you too. Big 80, a true big baller. Big 80 never lost.
That's a
Saying
fact.
undefeated.
Never lost.
Triple B,
That's
never
not true.
lost.
Of
I
course,
wanna
of course,
address
the
something
ball
real-
always
Same
big
cup.
I want to address Mike's comment real quick. Yes, respect to Sean Marion. Fun fact
Sean
about
Marion's a
Manny.
beast.
Fun fact: I tried copying Sean Marion's shot when I first learned how to play basketball. It did not
Bad
work.
idea.
Why
Yeah, it
would
was
you
really
do that,
bad.
Manny? You saw
So Sean Marion was
the
cool.
weirdest shot in NBA history, and you was like, "Yo, I need that."
I never played basketball, and I like Sean Marion, so I was like,
Oh,
I showed that to my coach, and my coach said, "Yeah, you're never gonna do that again."
Monty,
And that was
to explain how insane this is, right? This is like a guy who's never wrestled saying, I'm going to learn how to wrestle from watching and imitating how low-key wrestles.
Bro, it's like
Low-key.
it's like
Low-key.
it's like trying to play Monty. It's like trying to play football, but every time you kick the ball, you do it with the bottom of your heel, son. Like not the tip of your feet and shit, the bottom of your fucking heel. Like that's how fucked up his shot was. And Manny said, "I need that."
Marion has literally the most mechanically insufficient form ever in the history of shooting. And Manny said, I'm gonna copy this dude's shot.
Yeah, that's when he told me, you're gonna be in the post and be like Shaq. You're gonna learn how to play like Shaq, and he gave me highlights to watch of him and Charles Barkley. And I decided that I'd rather play like Barkley.
That's hilarious. I need to see highlights of Manny playing basketball.
Oh,
Listen, guys,
That's
we
some good shit.
have
Wait, why
100
are we? Wait. Why are we talking about Punk again today?
why?
Yeah, what
Listen,
happened?
Yeah,
David
we'll
Meltzer
get to it.
has
We'll
a
get
new
to it.
anecdote
We'll get to it.
regarding Punk, and Monty will
Yeah,
get into it. Before you get into it, though, Monty, I do want to thank everybody who's passed by the pod tonight. We have 144 people already watching the show.
Shit, already?
Just started. Already just, and we still got people filing in. Guys, you guys are the best fan base any wrestling podcast could ask for.
That's a fact.
A black-owned wrestling podcast with 4 black men on the screen right now. Just
Wait,
doing our
wait.
talking wrestling.
You said
I said what I
one,
said,
2,
and so
3,
and so,
right? I'm struggling on the 4th, bro.
And so, look, I appreciate everybody for being here. You know what I mean? We have fun. We talk wrestling here. If you guys can like the video, that would be great for us, and it would help me. Not to admit that I'm broke, like AO said, but it would help me pay my bills if you like this video.
You're
please make sure you like
poor,
the video.
bro. You're poor.
I'm not. It's just said I am not a fan. I am contractually obligated to be here. That's
Bro, it's a real one, bro. She watches the product.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We value Israel a lot around here. So,
Absolutely.
as always, anyone from the West Purist Galaxy or from the team itself, we got a few more super chats. Speaking of which, West Purist Galaxy, almost the leader of the galaxy.
My man, Far.
for $2 again, $2. Not the media scrum script from Ibu. It's what he does.
Bro, he's
It's what
trying
he
to
does,
get over
bro.
with the rest of Purious Galaxy, son. He thinks if he
Hey, man,
compliments y'all,
I love
he thinks if he
our
sucks y'all
fans.
dick, he thinks if he fondles y'all nuts and shit, y'all forget how much y'all hate this fucking loser, son. And I don't
No,
think y'all
you know what it
will.
is. You know what it is, Ao. They're remembering how much they love me. You know, you pull the
Mm.
wool over their eyes, and I just want to say this to my fan base. I don't even consider you guys aren't
Fan
fans. I'm a normal
base.
person. Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
not a fan base.
It's a
We're
community.
brothers.
You think
It's a
you
community.
so much better than niggas. You see,
No,
this
I
is why
don't.
they don't
I
like
don't.
you, bro.
Let me finish.
I've never in my life called any of these people fans.
You
I'm a
you
man
were
of the
calling them fans
people.
off the air. You were like, look at my fans, nigga. My fans for the pull up, nigga.
That's
It's my
cat.
segment.
You see, that's cat. Record me next time and post it.
I got you. I'll expose you. No, here's the truth, everybody. You guys are brothers and sisters in this beautiful community that we've cultivated, and you know, I appreciate even the tomatoes and the bombs. You know, I know that it's with love, and I appreciate it, and so I'm happy you guys are showing out for Backup Hangman. Even if AO may be the spicier, more exotic thing going on, I appreciate you guys appreciating what I bring to the table.
This nigga
And
just
so,
called a grown man spicy and exotic.
all right.
Yo,
Anyway,
King.
anyway, Sprouts 199. Appreciate ya. AO my sexuals for life. And
That's
more
so
more
nasty. We appreciate the $2.
5 again, $5. Big AO is the draw. Hey man, that's what he does. You know those unpurist numbers last
Hey
week.
man,
You know?
men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Look at this. Ken Wolfco. Big AO saved my blazing daughter from a burning building. Can't Ibu do that?
Not only can
Ibu,
Ibu
can you
not
do
do that,
bro?
not only can Ibu not do that, he's a nigga who they talking about stop Asian hate from. You feel me?
Oh my god!
Hollywood Hangman Adam Pearce is a racist.
What?
Poor Ken and his poor blazing daughter.
Oh my goodness, Ken! I wish nothing but the best for you, your wife, and your blazing daughter. I do.
Some serious accusations, bro.
I pray for Ken's family every morning.
Here we go. This is what we're talking about here. Jeremy Ross, head writer over at WrestlePurist.com. I'm on Manny's team with the £10 super chat. That's what I mean. Someone said in the chat earlier, where was it? Was it Dude, man? Real ones will pick Manny's side, you know? Sometimes, you know, you go with the dark horse. You know, you gotta do it. You gotta do what
Man,
you
you
gotta
don't
do.
even know what side he's on, bro. He got like fucking 18 basketball teams over there. He's got 317 different lucha masks, bro. Man, who's your favorite luchador? Active. And all time.
Active all time is Blue Panther. I don't really have an active one right now. I mean, Bandito or Roosh.
Nah.
We can
Bro,
believe it.
Manny, yo, I'm gonna expose Manny right now. Manny was doing the most, by far, the most concerned trolling over Roosh when Roosh signed to AEW. Bro, Manny was in the space somehow. I don't know. Roosh and his family, they're not good eggs. You see what they did in Ring of Honor? You see what they was doing in Mexico? I was like, Manny, bro, it's cool. They know how to act when they're on big stages. They ain't act up in New Japan. They're definitely not gonna act up in AEW. And Manny's like, I don't know, bro. He's a real carny. He said, don't give a fuck. And now look, Manny on the timeline pretending like he was always Team Roosh from day one. When he really wasn't, bro. You wasn't. It was me. Ayo.
I was reading Rob Viper tweets, man. Come on, I was reading the thread.
You let that gringo Rob Viper turn you against your countrymen. That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy how that presumably Caucasian man has controlled the narrative of so many Mexican men in wrestling.
That is insane, bro.
Yeah.
Rob Viper tell y'all not to like a luchador. Y'all don't like that luchador no more.
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
gonna say anything about Rob Viper. I like his Google Drives.
Imagine Manny gets banned from his Google Drive.
Could you Manny be like, yo, Rob, you got the new CMLO joint? He just
Like,
blocks.
you thought I ain't listened to that last podcast, fuck nigga.
Nah, no CMLO for you, pussy. Hey man, yo Rob, holla at me. Rob, I'm trying to get more into CMLL. I hear good things about Atlantis Junior, bro. Hook me up, bro.
Get the fuck out of my face, fuck nigga. You thought I don't listen to the Wrestle Purists flagship show, nigga? You talking about me, pussy?
Flow through these last. We got a little handful of super chats, and we'll get into some real shit. JC £4.49. Appreciate you. Care to comment on the rumors of Ibu requesting a trade to Public Enemies to avoid smoke?
Hey, man.
Do you want
You
to
got a
address
quick
that,
comment?
or can I address that? Do I have a
Shout
comment?
out to them boys at
floor
Public
yours.
Enemies. Shout out to my nigga Graham, bro. But this nigga
Okay,
Hangman, they don't want you over there, son. They don't want nobody wants you. If it don't work out here at Wrestle Purists, your career is done. First of all, me and Monty gonna blackball you. I'm gonna release some very sensitive information that'll ruin your podcasting career and wrestling career in general.
There's no such information in existence.
I don't know what this is.
I will use my wrestling industry connects to take care of me if I get taken out of Wrestle Purists, but that's not gonna happen.
The Israel files.
What does that mean?
The Israel files, nigga.
What are the Israel files?
Hey, bro, it's files that I compiled with my sister Israel to take you down if we ever need to.
She put a hit out on me. She got some. She compiling some evidence.
Hey, bro, she said in the chat, I have information that could have Hangy sent to Guantanamo Bay, and she's not capping. I've seen it.
Oh my goodness, I don't know about that. Listen, man, Public Enemies, I respect their platform. The only truth to rumors is that my contract was coming up in Wrestle Purist, and I negotiated with Mr. Montel, Jordan Heyman, and we came up with a nice extension, a new role, creatively behind the scenes. And I'm with Wrestle Purist for the long haul. I'm looking forward to creating more content for the channel, which is coming soon as we speak, and expanding the brand. And so I'm all purist, brother. I'm all purist.
Yeah, man. We got cut to a few super chats. Right, so Israel sent in a super chat saying $1.99. Appreciate it as always. Team Monty 100. Give me a raise. Then we got $100 super chat.
God damn.
552. Always a huge supporter.
Always shout out to him.
Already done about 5 shout outs to him, but this is obviously a special one.
Right. Shout out to Far.
But yeah, man. Hashtag give Israel a raise.
We got 300 motherfuckers in here right now, bro.
Yo, holy shit! Holy shit! What?
You see that
bro just fully popped for himself.
No, I can't. I can't. No,
yo, show up, nigga. 10 niggas in here right now.
Hey, you know what it is also? I've been tweeting incessant. I no cap. I've tweeted the link out like 5 straight times with different captions.
Bro, nobody here for you, pussy. Not a soul is here for you.
All those 15,000 followers.
You think they want to hear your terrible opinions, nigga? Think they want to see your ugly ass Abby, nigga? They don't want to see none of that shit.
My ugly Abby. That's a low blow. If I was being objective here, I think what it is I think people like Backup Hangman. I think people like King AO. I think people love Backup Hangman, air quotes, versus King AO.
It's not air quotes. I can't stand your black ass.
I mean, I hate you too, but I
can't stand your opinions. I can't stand your fucking open blouses that you're determined to post on the timeline every day, nigga. I can't stand your monologues and your soliloquies, nigga.
My soliloquies are incredible.
I can't stand your taste in wrestling, nigga. I can't stand how you throw it back on Cody Rhodes every day now that he's in WWE, but you ain't giving a fuck about him when he was in AEW, nigga. I can't stand how you tap dance for every wrestler that's in your DMs, nigga. I can't stand how you tap dance for Massa, aka Monty, nigga. I can't stand none of this shit. I hate your black ass. I hate your black ass lips. I hate your black ass face, nigga. I hate your black eyes, nigga. I hate your eyebrows, nigga.
We are both from Africa.
This is true.
Here's the thing. I didn't put air quotes on verses because I didn't dislike you. I put air quotes on verses because is it really a versus if every time you step on the Thursday pod, you get fucking demolished by Backup Hangman? You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, go pick Jonathan Gresham up, nigga. Go pick up Jonathan Gresham. You see what happened to him?
Oh my god! Are you blaming him? Are you blaming his career on me? Are you blaming?
More is coming. Ricky Starks, look out, my boy.
Oh my god!
Relax. Anyway, I need to derail this because we've got super chats. We got to get through. We got shipment needs to get through. Super chats piling up. Far obviously appreciate as always. And we're going to another super chat from Far.
Oh, real quick. We hit another peak, 341 people. Please like the video. Drop the link on the timeline. Tell niggas we in here. Tell niggas I'm in here roasting Hangman. Tell everybody we in here talking that real shit. Well, the 3 of us talking real shit and Hangman just waffling. But yeah, like the video. And comment
Like the
afterwards.
video. Subscribe if you haven't already, of
Yeah,
course.
subscribe.
You know,
If you're somebody that's new to Wrestle Purist, just know that we have content like this almost every day of the week. Whether it's Mondays for Worldwide, Tuesdays for Dumb Guy Live talking about Japanese wrestling, and the Friday show for Imperious. If you are a fan of whatever AO does, we have shows all week long. Make sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed to the channel.
It's
And
Big
I
AO,
apologize.
pussy.
It's
Big AO.
Some might consider him Big AO. Listen, if you're new, thank you so much for tuning in. Like the video, and I apologize in advance
for
for
the chat saying that they knew. Hey man, subscribe.
Yo, if you're new to
Wrestle Purist,
if you're new to Wrestle Purist, let me know in the chat.
Yeah, if you're new, always let us know.
Let us know.
Don't be shy. You know, we got a lot of regular faces that show up in the live chat. You know, we're always showing love. We always love new people. You know what I mean? Get your
very
take
friendly
all
to the
that
new
stuff.
people,
You know,
absolutely.
And yeah, man.
You got Jim Cornette in the chat.
$5. Manny, can you go on a 30-minute monologue about the Great Rush? I'm sure you've got one cooked up for when we get to the Dynamite review.
Bro. That's a real fucking.
You've been cooking, Manny.
Yeah, I would give a long monologue, but I already gave all my best material on the timeline earlier.
Listen, not everyone here has probably seen that shit.
Not everybody here sees the tweets, bro.
I see some of Manny's best tweets. The people don't appreciate them on
They don't, bro. They don't get it. They don't get it.
I see it all the time, bro. I see it all the time.
I wish people did get it. Like, there's this one account like called Drill, right? And he's got like a real weird sense of humor. Like kind of like Manny, but people understand his tweets for some reason. Even though it's not like mainstream, they have like fucking 30K retweets and shit. That's what Manny should be getting, bro. That's the kind of genius Manny be cooking up.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That bitch ass nigga still owe me 19 followers, but I'm gonna.
You need to.
I want to give a quick shout out to some of the members of our community. I'm scrolling. Monty, it's our community. I'm going to take the time for our community.
Bro, the community is sending us money to get super chats on the screen.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway. The point is, I'm on Twitter. Seeing a lot of people tagging myself and AO, shouting out the podcast, retweeting links, posting links on their own. Guys, you don't have to do that, but the fact that you are, massive big ups. Appreciate it. Far522 and everybody else doing that. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you.
Nah, you have to do it. If you enjoy the content, keep doing it, bro. Because the second that we stop being lit, I quit, bro. I'm not streaming in front of 30 people. I'm not streaming in front of 40 people. So, hey, keep fucking with us.
We gotta do the sold out venues, bro. Sold out venues, man. Mm-hmm. We don't do bingo halls.
I don't do bingo halls.
We don't do
I do
bingo
double or
halls.
nothings. I do all outs, nigga.
Mavs fan 84 199. Rouge versus Danielson. Not gonna lie, was the best TV match this year. It was. Bro, we're gonna get deep.
We're gonna get to it, man.
There was something that bothered me a lot about that match, nigga.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
the blood.
No, absolutely not. I love blood in wrestling.
The Tokyo Productions $4.99. Appreciate it. Hangar, I see you're a big time Knicks fan, and we're disparaging my Lakers. Curious how many titles you see New York win. Everyone excited for CMFTR versus Elite.
No.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be big business. And Ibu.
Listen, Zootopia Productions, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. As a member of someone who also is a fan of a mediocre team, bro, your Lakers are fucking horrible. Real quick, your interior defense is non-existent. Anthony Davis has no passion and he has no desire to enforce his will in the game despite being 7 foot tall. LeBron James is in this for stat collection at this point, and he's just accumulating longevity stats. Your point guard situation is shambolic. That's why you got rid of Russell Westbrook, who is...
Anyway, it's Lakers Nation. It's Lakers Nation out here, baby. We support King James out here, nigga. The GOAT. The leading scorer in the NBA all time, 4 rings, 4 Finals MVPs, was robbed of Defensive Player of the Year. You feel me? 6 MVP. How many MVPs he got now, Manny? 4 or 5?
Wait, who? LeBron? 4.
LeBron. Like, come on. What are we talking about? Hangman, I'm going to let you back up here, little boy. I'm going to let you back up here. Don't talk about my Lakers no more. Don't talk about LeBron. Don't do none of that shit. Yo, Mr. Hanky, bro. Mr. Hanky, you want to suck Hangman's dick so bad, nigga. You've been twerking for this nigga all fucking podcast. He not gonna fuck you, bro. He like women. Anyway.
Man, the Knicks suck. They couldn't get the Zach LaVine deal done. They always settled with Josh Hart.
Zach LaVine fucking stinks. I don't want Zach LaVine. We don't want Zach LaVine. We don't want Zach LaVine. He's a ball dominant wing player who's high volume shooting and at the price.
I did not say that.
Man's fanatic for one night. Okay, bro,
I've never
definitely.
said that. That is funny though. I've never fucking said that.
That's crazy. Darren Walker, £5. Appreciate it always, a regular on these live chats. If we lost backup from Wrestle Purity, it'd be a bad day in the wrestling podcast world.
Darren Walker coming in with the bad takes, hot, bro.
Darren Walker is amazing.
Darren,
I appreciate you, my brother. Listen, if I left Wrestle Purist, it would rain because God would cry.
Oh,
this nigga left for 2 months. He's having a fucking party, bro.
Red Raider Drain.
Pizza and everything.
Red Raider Drain. No, I appreciate you. I only do donations on Fridays, but since AO and Manny's here, here's a donation is necessary.
Real.
But for real though, shout out to y'all, shout out to the brand, and screw FTR racing. It's always at the end, bro.
FT racist.
Yeah, yo, Monty, it's like a prank call or something. Like they'll come in the super chat like, "Hey, love
I feel
Wrestle
like Mo at the tavern, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just hello, hi, love Wrestle Purist, big fan, love you guys. Monty's great. Fuck FTR.
The New York sports reporter, I forget his name. I'm smacked, son, but the nigga who they would always talk about Jason Giambi. They would always fit Jason Giambi into the question somehow. The child know who I'm talking about, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. Old white dude, son. He used to cover the Yankees and the Giants and shit. But let's move on. Oh, 379. Make sure you're liking the video.
Is this our highest live viewership, Monty?
Yeah, it is.
It's probably up there.
I remember
we
was close to hitting 400 during the summer, and I was like, we hit 400. Hangman gonna sing Judas live on air. We ain't even touch 400. we did like 270.
Yeah, you got lucky that day, bro. Skip 199. Ibu Westbrook.
That's a fact.
I had a great jump shot back in my day.
Yeah,
no one believes that.
I mean, Russ had a nice little mid-range.
Wait, Monty. You know what? No bullshit, right? I'm gonna send you highlights of me playing basketball. We're gonna play it next
bro. I'm posting that shit on the timeline, bro.
Yeah, put on the timeline.
You gotta. Yo,
meanwhile,
wait.
Hangman was supposed to send us his conscious rap records that he used to do back in the day.
No, I'm never doing that. Doing that. That's not here. Nobody's touching that. I was a bad rapper. I'm not gonna deny that. I was a terrible rapper, but I could play a little bit. You know what, AO? You should review my hoop mixtape on Purist,
bro. Yeah, we gonna review that shit on Purist. Yeah, send that to me. That's good content.
Yeah, reviewing Hangman playing basketball.
That's good content.
Yeah, you look like a headband player too. You wear a headband when you pick up basketball.
The thing is,
he looked like a full kid wanker, bro. He was out there in a full Knicks uniform.
Nah.
And you know what you had? You know what you had on your feet, bro? You know what you had on your feet? Fucking Starberries, nigga. $14 Starberries.
The Ewings. The big ass Ewing bricks.
Yo, did I have the shooter sleeve?
Yeah, bro. You had a fake Supreme shooter sleeve. Supreme wasn't even really a thing back then.
Eggman had the headband. Shooting sleeve, the baggy ass shorts.
Yo, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. I know you've been there, bro. You about 14, 15 years old. It's like, it's about 12 years ago, right? And you had that sleeve thing, and that shit wasn't making shot better, didn't it? Like you put that.
No, you know what niggas used to wear when we was kids. They didn't have Supreme, bro. They had the Nike Elites, bro. The Nike Elite socks, the Nike Elite shooter sleeves, bro. Yo, they really thought they was AI with them motherfuckers.
Monty, dudes were paying $40 for stocks, thinking that shit was gonna make them better basketball.
Bro, all that shit with any sport, bro. You get it all the time.
There was it was literally $40 for one pair of socks. Monty. I had at least 20 pairs of Nike Elite socks, like $40, right? You know how much I paid for them shits, Monty? I might have bought 2 of them pairs, bro. I'd go to Dick's Sporting Goods or Sports Authority. I'm stealing all that shit, nigga. All this going into the dress.
You rock the Elite socks with the Sperry's and the Power Balance wristband or whatever.
Bro, I signed up for. I tried to try for every team just so I could get free sports merch, nigga, like free sports gear. And stuff.
Yeah, and I used to get the hoodie or the T-shirt, and I'd quit. Son. Like I'd be like, all right, I had enough of this. I'm out of here.
I got kicked out of my softball team. But
listen, enough with the reminiscing. Enough.
Yeah.
Let's get to the content.
Definitely not David Bowie. $5. Ashes to Ashes. Funk to Funky. We know backup Hangman's a junkie.
I'm a sober guy.
That's what
nigga, the streets was there when you had that Percocet space.
My Birkenstock. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Ken Wolf got him $4.99. Appreciate it. Big AO helped raise my local little league team and got them to the nationals.
That's a
Ibu has
fact.
done nothing for the community.
Ibu actively takes away from the community, which
He
that's
does,
just
bro.
what
It's
the
crazy.
type of selfish dude
Ken
that he is.
Wolf guy, he's got some stories, But Bree Woo $4.99. Appreciate it. He's hang the hive. We are.
Yeah.
He's got some support. Finally,
nasty.
in the
Fucking
super
go.
chat.
Bro,
Universe.
Brew, no, Brew, you understand that. Go to my timeline and run a tweet search for Jeff Jarrett, and then go to Hangman's timeline and do the same thing. You gonna see who the bigger Double J fan is. That's all I'm saying.
All right, you know what, guys?
That's all I'm
we're
saying.
gonna do this right now, guys. I'm gonna let everybody know. If you send in a $5 or more super chat with a hashtag Hanger Hive, I will stream whatever match you want on the Wrestle Purist Discord.
This is so nasty, bro. You gotta twerk for approval and shit.
It's
You
not
gotta
no,
pay
it's-
these people
it's-
with
it's not-
quality
it's not
time
paying.
and shit.
It's not quality time.
Quality time.
No, it's just listen. It's my way of giving back to everybody. Any
don't
match
do that,
you
guys.
want.
You can buy a house.
Hey, man, it depends on how big the hive is. Any match you guys want, live on the Wrestle Purist Discord. As soon as possible. $5 super chat or more with the hashtag Hanger Hive.
Okay.
All right, next up.
Adrian $9.99. Appreciate it. Drawn Twitter space numbers. That's the power of Big AO. Yeah,
Shout out to the
he's
homie
used Twitter
Adrian.
space numbers. It is.
Yeah. Shout out to homie Adrian.
That's good. It's hard to get the people from Twitter to click off the app onto the YouTube. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Nah, it is, bro.
That's
It's hard to.
That's why spaces. You can. It's easy to get numbers on the spaces. Well, it's not easy because you see spaces all the time at Tank. But
Right.
it's easier.
It's easy for us.
It's easier, until we blow up, obviously, which we're all praying for. Yeah, man. Jim Cornette $1.99. Ibu, you're always welcome to my podcast. Ibu, will
Thanks
you
a lot, Jim.
Ibu on the drive-through.
Right. All you hear is, Monty, all you hear is, so we got this fucking guy here, backup Hangman. Just like,
Look, man. Look, I think we all know that niggers are not allowed on Jim Cornette's
Jesus.
drive-thru.
No.
Like, that's just not happening, bro. They're not inviting your black ass up there, first of all. All right? Cornette would try to fake the funk for a little bit. 2 minutes later, he trying to lynch you. All right? So it's just, you're not going up there. Brian Last, who knows what that nigga got going on. So we're just going to stay away from that.
yeah,
$4.99. Ibu forced me to run his hangy fashion account. All he wears is tight ass shirts because someone give little bro a shirt that fits.
nice. Listen, I want to dead this allegation right now. I want all the women in the chat to know specifically that I don't wear tight shirts or small shirts. They're just so. What happens is like my musculature on my upper body is just so defined that it's like busting through the shirt. That's what's going on.
Why do you say busting like that?
See,
I didn't say like anything.
No one
I didn't
believes
say-
you anyway, bro.
No,
But anyway,
Israel got a question for you in the chat. She said
Oh,
the women as in plural? Hey, man.
No. Woman with an A, not
Hey,
an E.
man. I don't know. If you was only talking to one person, it seems like it'd be very easy for you to just go out your way and text them. Not something that needs to be said on air. That's just me.
we're always catching him out every week, bro. But yeah, man. Anyway,
Y'all got
Zetopia
Guantanamo.
$4.99. Zetopia Production $4.99. Crew, which matching order is your most anticipated and best matchup? Braun Mello, MJF Bryant, Roman Cody, or CMFTR versus Elite? All love Ibu, but Lakers better.
Are we ranking it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll do
go
this real
first.
quick.
Even though I don't want
This is easy.
CMFTR back, it's the Elite. So I gotta put that number one. Next, will surprise a lot of people, but unfortunately, as much as I make fun of Cody Rhodes, that's my nigga, bro. It's been my nigga since I was a little ass kid. That's number two.
Right.
Next is MJF Bryan. I really don't give a fuck about Braun Mello at all. I think Mello's talented. Legally, I'm not allowed to give my opinion on Braun Breaker anymore until me and Hangman came to a understanding. So, but yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that match.
Ibu, what's your ranking, real quick? List them
Easy.
off.
The Elite Trios match with those three individuals would be exactly what AEW needs. So that's number one. Number two is Roman Cody. I'm hyped for that. Braun Mello at 3, and then MJF Bryan at 4. Nothing against those two guys. I'm a big fan of both guys. I'm not a big fan of 60-minute wrestling matches.
It's Brian, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Add that Brian tax.
Well, I got a question for y'all. When was the last time y'all seen a 60-minute wrestling match like live or just happened? And you was like, yo, this shit did not need to be fucking 60 minutes.
That it did not need to be 60. Most of the ones that I've seen.
Josh Alexander versus Speedball went like 59 minutes, and it was like I started watching it, and at like the 25-minute mark, you're like, well, I'm too far in now, you know. And it's like, and you're just there, and they're going, and they're going.
That wasn't
none of it was
that wasn't
bad.
last man
It was
standing,
just
right?
so long.
That was 1-4.
I think it was just 1-4. I think it was just like an open challenge that Alexander did. But yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, my order's the same as AO's. CMFTR versus the Elite, Roman versus Cody, MJF Brian versus Melo. What about you, Manny? Real quick.
CMFTR versus the Elite. I guess MJF versus Brian. I can give a fuck about the other two matches.
Real.
Tony Al, $5. When can we see the Wrestle Purist basketball game? Listen, bro. Hangman's knees, bro.
Hangman's got one knee and one shoulder.
It's true.
He ain't playing no basketball.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
I
have a bad. Go ahead, Manny.
Look, I seen if somebody gives me like a month or two ahead of time, I'll start working out. I'll get back in a semi shape and
this is crazy, bro.
start practicing my post moves.
I went from playing basketball like 3 days a week to the pandemic hits. I haven't touched a basketball since.
Yo, Ayo, it's wild, right? Like ball really used to be life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Life, bro. I've not touched a basketball since the pandemic hit.
Just work out, hit the courts. You know what I'm saying? Play the pickup games and shit. You know, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murph $4.99, appreciate you. Of course, you know Murph of Dumb Guy Live on Tuesdays. Probably gonna have him on a Thursday real soon. Probably next week. You know?
Watch Dumb Guy Live, people, man. It's a good show. It's a really fun show. Parker's a great host. They get into the Japanese side of pro wrestling. It's really fun. Even if you're not familiar with the promotions they talk about, they speak in a way that like it really educates you on what's going on. You know, they don't leave you in the dust. They're really fun to listen to. Give Dumb Guy Live a shot. You know, give them a shot on
Tuesdays, Wrestle Purist, 7:30. Especially if you're not a fan of NXT, you know, which we know a lot of this audience isn't. You know, so
just give it a shot.
You're not missing anything. Ibu, what are your thoughts on the indie wrestler Duma? Great prospect out of the Jersey area.
I feel this is a bit.
Let me see. What are your thoughts on the indie wrestler Duma? Great prospect out of the Jersey. I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna be like a word pun, like do my dick or some shit like.
Bro. I just
Google. It's do my nuts fit in your mouth. This is crazy. Oh, I'm crying.
You're gonna tweet raw.
Do my nuts fit in your mouth.
This guy, bro.
Oh, weak. After Heyman just spent all that time putting over this nigga's show, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Dumb Guy Live is fire, man. Shit is popping on Tuesdays, man. Pop up by Dumb Guy Live. He's like, that's crazy, Murph.
That's fucking hilarious. Crazy. Good job, Murph.
Rob Palinka, $4.99. I'd rather resign Russ to Supermax than Ibu on my squad. Big AO, give me a call. We're gonna retire your jersey in the crew. Hey. Kenny Omega, the GOAT.
Shout out to my nigga, bro.
Rob, this is why your team's bad. Like, this is why your team's bad. You're making
mind your business, nigga. Don't diagnose the Knicks' problems.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, so the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean anybody can.
No, you're not. You guys are
got Big Bamba now.
Big Bamba. Mo Bamba.
I got home. Big AO phone.
Monty was Mo Bamba big in the UK?
He definitely
bro. Big. That was a big song, bro.
Oh man.
Andrew the Giant, £5. Appreciate it. Ibu is as good at basketball as Manny is at NBA 2K.
No,
I don't.
Is Manny good at
NBA 2K?
That's Manny Law right there, bro.
Manny's definitely a fraud.
Bro, I'm not good at 2K. I'm like 0 and 60 in 2K.
Damn.
Guys, we have over 370 live viewers. This is a live viewership record for us. Appreciate you guys. Once again, reminder before we get into the next big topics, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're at 90 likes right now. We can get that up to 200. It's very doable. If you're someone who's watching and haven't liked the video, like the video.
Yeah, man. We appreciate all that. We appreciate these super
Absolutely.
chats too.
As well.
Reggie, I always question myself to get that right, so I'll just say both. $5 super chat. Shout out Tranquilo Club. El Paso's Elite Fleet Soldier. Shout out him.
Shout out to the homie Tranquilo Club.
Tranquilo Club is a good friend.
Always showing love.
And El Paso was an awesome crowd yesterday. I love these like international crowds. It's a United States, show, but like El Paso, heavy Mexican community, and they showed out and they did all the Spanish chants and shit. It was super cool. It adds a new dimension and flavor to the show. Awesome stuff. Shout out to Tranquilo Club.
Yeah. Far 2 coming in with a big $50 super chat. I appreciate him as always. He says, I'll stream for you for free. He's not trying to rob people like Uber
He's not trying to rob people $5.
Every time I go in the Discord, it'll be if he's got free time.
If Far got free time, he's streaming something for the people, bro.
Yeah,
hey, listen, man.
Active in the community.
What? This man Far trying to fuck my bag up, nigga. Like this.
You see how nobody's sending that $5 saying Hangy Hive?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I thought you guys liked me more than that. This hurts my feelings.
But yeah, man, if you jump in the Discord. I think the link for the Discord is in the descriptions of the video.
Hey,
so
man.
if you see it there, jump in the Discord.
Yeah.
There's always live streams, there's wrestling
Yeah,
talks,
we have
all
a
that
good
kind
time
of
in
stuff.
there,
We've got
bro.
all kinds of channels, man. All kinds of channels. So.
Open to everybody. Just follow the rules.
Yeah, man. Basically, the rules are just don't be weird.
Yeah.
Don't be weird or horny.
Yeah, don't be weird. Don't be horny.
That cancels out Rob, Chris, Ayo.
You don't see Chris in there. Chris, I can't be weird or horny, nigga.
He's like, all right, I'm out of this place. What are you doing there?
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you as always for getting that Discord, everyone. Showtime Spurs, $20. Appreciate you as always in the live chats. Have to say the power of AO is that despite being both a Lakers and Manchester United fan, he is still a decent human. I would have thought that was impossible.
Oh, trying. Hey, man. I'm not really a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron James fan. If you want, my actual basketball team is the Philadelphia 76ers. But I'm a LeBron James fan first.
Man, he just laughed.
I'm a LeBron James fan first and
man.
foremost. I do identify as a bronsexual, openly and proudly. I went to bronsexual pride 5 years in a row. So that is the type of shit that I'll be on. Shout out to Man U. Third on the table, coming for first. We're gonna be taking the league, bro. I'm also a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and we're in the fucking Super Bowl. So I'm eating good right now.
Crazy, right?
Are you from New York?
I am from New York, but the thing is, no. My peoples took me to a Giants game when I was a kid, and first of all, they don't play in the city, so we had to go to New Jersey, and I was like, what? So I was scratching my head why we had to cross the bridge to go to New Jersey to watch the Giants, the quote unquote New York Giants, and they was playing the Eagles, who had a nigga at quarterback. So 8-year-old me was like, who am I root for? This goofy ass Eli Manning dude who stinks, first of all, is white, second of all, which isn't bad, but McNabb over here, he's swole, he a real nigga, and these niggas aren't even from New York, bro, they're from New Jersey, so why would I root for them? So I decided from that day going forward, I decided to be an Eagles fan.
It is funny, Monty, like, it's just for context, like, growing up, like, as in the East Coast, like, every Eagles quarterback was like it was like a charismatic black man. And then, like, you look at the Giants, and it's like Eli Manning, just like
Manning,
middle America, just dorky, guy. He doesn't run the ball; he just throws it. You got Mike Vick running against like these Giants and trying to outpace them and shit. It's like, oh damn.
Yeah, man. This next super chat, bro.
They asked me from a Braun Breaker sexual. Absolutely not. LeBron
Let's go, Braun Breaker.
Ricky 199. Ibu, you left your wallet in my hotel last night.
This is what Ibu was saying. Let's go to.
Nah,
leaving his wallet in Ricky's hotel room. This is nasty.
I am not aware of this. I've never been in.
What was you doing in El Paso?
I was not in El Paso. I was not in a hotel with Ricky Starks. I didn't leave a wallet in Ricky Starks' hotel.
Yeah, you did. You had to comfort him because he's getting buried because he went to the Rumble to rub Cody's shoulders.
Listen, Ricky Starks, keep your head up, sir. I don't know why that went down the way it did. I hope they're not burying you because of the Rumble situation.
Look,
Do not imply that I left my wallet in your hotel though. That's just not true.
from a wrestling fan's perspective, right? Whether you like
Right.
Ricky or whether you don't, him getting buried is for the best, bro. I'm not trying to see. I'm not trying to see him wrestle anybody in the JS anymore, bro. So if they just said, "Hey, Ricky, you shouldn't have went to the Rumble. You're losing this feud. Take 3 weeks off. We gonna try to get this pushback." You feel me? That's a lot better than them continuing this. So,
I don't know. I think you just, you're not his biggest fan,
hey, Ricky, bro, if you was gonna go to the Rumble, you could have wore a hoodie. Put the hood up, bro. But you trying to get that fit off. You trying to be the ace of maximum male models, nigga. You trying to be the next man Swad, nigga. You trying to be Ricky and shit.
Oh
nigga.
yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
What's his name gonna be over there? Ricky?
Rashad.
Ricky knew he was in trouble too from that picture. He knew he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, he had that look. Listen, that's the look when you're walking into a hood you don't recognize and you don't have a gun on you.
Hey, bro.
Like Ricky looked nervous.
I doubt he's getting what's it called though, because I don't know. Things were a lot more civil when Britt Baker said this, but Britt Baker was like, TK told me to stop asking if I could go to NXT shows because he was like, of course you can go. Stop asking. We're not a cult. You feel me? So I don't know, man.
Look, bro, let me tell you, there's a difference. Tony K fucks with Adam Cole. He does not fuck with Cody Rhodes.
I mean, that is a fact. Yeah, he was actually like, oh, Adam Cole's contract not gonna last forever. Might as well be nice to his fiance or girlfriend.
That's funny.
But Cody not coming back anytime soon. Not for the next
that's
8 years
Galaxy Brain energy.
What's the next? Zetopia Productions, 199. Agreed. EB 15 to 40 minutes is my range. 20 to 25 minutes is fave.
What are we talking about?
Talking about having sex?
What are we talking about?
That'll be about when we was talking about MJF versus Brian when we was ranking those matches, probably.
Oh, I was about to say.
If we're being honest, my favorite match length time is like 15 minutes. And like I don't need all the headlock takeovers, and I don't need them feeling each other out.
It just depends, though, man. It's like, for example, like Hangman. No, not Hangman. Kenny Omega versus Ospreay was like 38 minutes. It's fine when they're doing that. Like it was 38 minutes.
And Hangman was. I was watching the match with Hangman. And Hangman was like, if this was an FTR match, you'd be saying how slow it is and how nobody cares and how this is bad and how it's not storytelling. I was like, but you know what, my nigga, it's not an FTR match. So we're gonna let the greatest of all time and the greatest currently going. We're gonna let them cook.
Time out a second. Was that an impression of me?
Yeah, that's how you talk.
Yeah,
that's one of your voices, and the other voice is
derailing this. We hit 400 live viewers. Everyone like, subscribe.
Oh, we hit 400.
Hangman's got to sing Judas at some point.
Oh my God! Can we just get it out the way so we can just move on then after you read the super chat?
Nah, we gonna
maybe not even today, but you're gonna do it.
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
I'm not gonna be in the mood a different day. But go ahead.
You will, bro. You will. 401. Like, subscribe, of course. If you're new to the Wrestle Purist live chat or YouTube, let it be known, man. We want to know who the new faces are. Love Tality, $5 appreciated. Creator of Wrestle Purist. # Hanger Hive. He's got some support.
Love Tality, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $5 super chat. If you want me to stream something in the Discord, just let me know in the chat.
Yeah, man. Park Clid, another dumb guy for Tuesdays. He says that the Guns are better than all current WWE tag teams. Well, the Guns are world tag team champions, There is only one tag team in WWE that can call themselves world tag team champions. So
that's just a kayfabe answer, right there. That's like when Cody was like, I think I'm the best in the world, but I can't call myself the best since Roman's the champion. Yeah. It's such a kayfabe ass fucking thing. Parker, we love you. Appreciate the super chat. And regarding your take, it is called Dumb Guy Live. So yeah, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, Parker.
See, that's spiteful.
That's just spiteful.
I love Parker.
Yeah, it's spiteful. It's a low blow, bro. Bam. We always love Bam, of course. Always in the live chats. This kills me. Back up, man. Never disrespect the Chupacabra, Eli Manning, Israel's queen, and Kenny Omega is the GOAT of wrestling.
Ben was willing to turn on me
Appreciate
over Eli Manning. This is crazy,
Let's
man.
go.
Stand on you,
Hey,
bro.
man.
Yo,
Hey,
listen.
man.
If you
You
Giants
still the homie.
Listen,
You still the
Bam
homie.
knows how to read the vibes, bro. You know, if
Bro,
Bam
telling you.
turns on you, that's not a good look, bro. It's not a
It's
good
because
look.
Bam is seeing the tides turning. Backup Hangman is a man of the people, and
No,
AO
he's
is a
not,
fraud.
bro. You
If you are
literally
Nick's
just bribe
babe-
the people to stream that. Hey, all the real niggas in Discord know who comes and kicks it in there. Who comes and kicks it in there with the people?
I
You feel me?
love
When
the
I have some free
Discord.
time,
I
like, yo,
show
let me see what's going on in the Discord. Let me talk to my niggas, my Discordian niggas. Hangman do not be
Discordian.
in there. Hangman's only in Discord. Hangman's only in Discord when Twitter goes down or when
This
people
is not
be mean
true.
to him on the timeline. You feel me?
Listen, I love my Discordians. I love the backup Hangman supporters. You know, if you Hangy Hive, if you're Knicks tape, if you're Giants gang, if you're Yankees Hive, man, show out in the fucking chat, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we finally got. I think we're up to date with the super chats. You know, obviously we appreciate them, but
You
know,
guys are
they
terrific.
take us a
we're
minute to
almost
get
an
through
hour.
them because we don't do the thing where we just throw them on the screen and don't, you know, recognize them or anything. You know, we like to, you know, we appreciate them. So, you know, but they do take us a little minute to get through. That's why we're 50 minutes in and we haven't actually spoke about any of the topics or anything yet. But
That's fine.
let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. 51 minutes in. Let's start the podcast. So first of all, so there's been some CM Punk stuff. Obviously, as you can tell, it's been a lot of discourse on the timeline and stuff like that today. Basically, this all comes from Dave Meltzer. He was talking about on Wrestling Observer Radio. He was talking about kind of like AEW's top babyface position, and basically what he said is that they're lacking in the top babyface position. Something fierce was the actual quote.
Yes.
You mentioned the MJF thing where they kind of teased it, and you know they went back to full heel with him, but they don't have the guy apparently. Obviously, he said that Punk's not going to be the guy either. I know some people might say, well, Punk's coming back. Punk may come back. He will be available to come back if they want to use him in a couple of months. It's not like it's so far in the future. And of course, if they were to bring Punk back, that opens up a lot of other issues that we can talk about another day. So basically, the main thing to take away from this is that, you know, Punk will be available to AEW if they want him in a couple months, according to Dave. Yeah, man.
I don't agree with that at all, bro. I don't agree with that. Kenny Omega is top babyface. Mox is the top babyface.
Let me let me kind of add more because I just listened to it. Right, Dave was talking in the framework of like they need like a red hot babyface that'll spur on business in the sense of like, you know, like this is a guy that like is the focus central protagonist guy that's gonna drive up AEW's ratings and tickets because he was talking about in relation to Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. And he was basically saying like it can't come from within because Danielson and Mox are existing like entities on the show, and like he was basically implying that like the other guys you could name are guys who, you know, they've gone to that well, and that like going back won't change like the business, right? And you know, who's to say that's true or not? But what I will say about that, since Monty did bring it up, is you know what? Even though he doesn't speak like English, I'm not opposed to like just seeing what happens if you really give Bandito a serious run. I honestly think he has all the intangibles to be a genuine top guy.
He's so charismatic in the ring, bro. He just comes through the screen like he's a lot, man.
Yeah,
he's a good one.
You think Kenny Omega's the guy, AO?
I mean, they could tell a story. I mean, I don't agree with his assessment of that at all because he's saying it can't come from within because they've already gone to those wells before, bro. Sami Zayn has been a loser on WWE television for 8 years now, bro, and they went to him, and it was fine. So
yeah, if you can
didn't become a draw.
Tell the right story, book them right. You can do it with anyone. Do a fucking Serpentico if you do the right story. You feel me? Like,
that's true. The thing is, it takes a lot of time and dedication, and usually with the trends in wrestling is it gets over to the live crowd before it becomes a ratings moving thing, so to speak, right? Yeah. You know, the Acclaim got hot way before they got like pushed, and then they got pushed before they became ratings movers. You know, that's how it goes, and it takes sometimes up to a year You know, the question is, who is the guy that you identify to do that with AEW? And to AO, to your point, like you're thinking like you can go back to to Hangman or Kenny. Maybe you can. Really, who's to say?
Shit, let's see what Adam Cole can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hot right now.
Obviously,
he's not wrestled yet, but fucking people are like, dying to see him wrestle. So, and obviously everyone loves him, man. I missed him. Go on, man.
Look, I took this as a win for the CM Punk truthers. Dave's been adamant for a while that CM Punk wasn't coming back, and out of nowhere he says he might come back. I saw that as a win.
He's coming back. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah. And
it is what
look,
it is.
Tony sees the Elite, kind of hesitant to put their pen on the paper and said, "Fuck, man, I need a backup right now." He said, "I need to lock up CMFTR real quick. I can't lose both of them. I can't lose all of them."
Imagine if he did, bro. That'd be so nasty for him.
Imagine
all 6 of them just left.
Tony seeing how immature the Bucks are, teasing their EVPs, teasing they're leaving the company they founded on Twitter. He said, "Bro, I can't have any of this childish kid."
The Bucks are doing their due diligence, saying, "Hey, man, we fuck with you, TK. Fuck with all the wrestling, but
nah, bro, I don't need that shit, bro.
We fuck with our bank accounts a little bit more."
Nick and Matt said, "Yo, Barry Boom, look over this document for me, bro." Like
they're never leaving, son. They're never leaving, but they gotta do their due diligence.
Bro, that's cool, but I just don't need them advertising that on Twitter, because then I don't need these fucking elite geeks over here freaking out on Twitter every 3 days, and it's like, come on, man.
Rob's dad is in the chat. He said, yo, this is Eli Manning, Ricky Starks, Rob, all from New Orleans. Thinking face thumbs down. Mr. Rob Sr., I need Drew to tell Rob to show you something called Fresh and Reckless videos. There are 4 young men from New Orleans, and I'd like to know your opinion on them, since we're on the subject. Moving on.
Some homework from AO. Andrew 499. 1 sec, AO. Ibu.
Never do that again.
Is that Andrew
Tate?
Tate?
Do that again, Monty.
Andrew 499.
Andrew Tate?
Long time subscriber of Hustlers University. Much love, brother. I know you have to say this all the time, but I mean it. You're an alpha.
Y'all see this, right? Heyman getting exposed live on air, yo. Andrew Tate in his jail cell got on his phone, got onto YouTube, found the WrestlePeers podcast, and shouted out Ibu. That's how much money he drops on Hustlers University. Hangman does.
That's crazy.
Mr. Tate, I don't know how you have access to this video from your location. Respectfully, I am not a member of Hustlers University, and I would appreciate it if you didn't insinuate so.
Bro, you have Hustler University as wrestling opinions, bro. Like, I already know they're in the Hustler University Discord. Oh my God, FTR! Did you see that arm drag? Did you see how snug he had that headlock in? Oh my God!
Big AO, are you implying?
Did you see that Bret Hart sequence from Stampede Wrestling 1971?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh hell yeah! Listen, AO, are you implying, sir, that there's a correlation between Bret Hart / FTR fans and members of Hustlers University and the general red pill incel circle of the internet?
I'm saying CMFTR fans are all members of the Hustler University Discord.
That's crazy.
They're all paying $50 a month to Andrew Tate.
That's great.
That's nuts. But yeah, so it sounds like everyone thinks Punk's coming back. Which, it sounds like, honestly, people have, the consensus opinion has gone back and forth on this at least like 3 times, over the past few months since since he hasn't been there, since All Out. But at the minute, it seems like everyone thinks he's coming back. Obviously, nowhere's actually reported he is coming back. Nowhere's reporting much, It seems like he's just kind of like at home, chilling.
He's home, not talking to anyone but Larry.
Yeah, man. When but Larry is just petting Larry.
You think Punk would keep FTR clued in on what's going on?
Yes,
probably.
Yes.
I'd assume so.
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for the fucking day, the fucking hour, the minute, the nanosecond that CM Punk turns on Dax Harwood, bro. It's gonna happen. It might not be this. It might not be this month. It might not be this year. It might not be this decade. But one day, CM Punk is gonna get on Twitter. He's gonna get on an interview, and he's gonna shoot on Dax Harwood, bro. And it's gonna be delicious, and I can't fucking wait.
It's not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. It never happened with Skull Colton, right? Just like it would never happen with
listen.
just like it would never happen with Joey Mercury, right?
We don't.
Just
We
like
don't
it
have
would never happen with the what's his face? Hornswoggle, right?
Hornswoggle.
Bro, they rode together for years. Every day for years, they rode together. And CM Punk turned on them.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this, Ao.
That's fucking nasty, bro.
You're bringing up all this anecdotal, irrelevant stuff. I think, at the end of the day, the reason why you're slinging all this mud that it just means nothing is that in your core, heart of hearts, you know that Philip Jack Brooks is coming back to All Elite Wrestling, and you can't stand it, and you're shaking. And the people who are detractors of Phil Brooks are also shaking because when he comes back, he's going to take the company by storm again. He's going to move the needle again. It's going to be a big sensation again. He's going to draw money again, and he's going to once again show that he's the most important person in the history of AEW. And you can't handle that because as an elite fan,
bro, you blowing
I'm not
bubbles on
slobbering.
it. You're fiending for another CM Punk tweet so bad, bro. You want another CM Punk tweet so bad. You need him more than you need oxygen.
Listen, I am just telling you the truth. And you can't handle it. It's fine if you can't handle it, but I'm giving you a 2-month warning, a 2-month heads up to prepare for it, because that's what's coming.
That
2 months,
Punk
man.
will come back.
He's resting up that triceps injury. You know,
tell him to stay away from the buckshot Larrys. He embarrassed himself enough for one lifetime.
I hope that's the first move he hits when he comes back.
It's gonna look so nasty. He's gonna try to do a V trigger, and he's gonna get bisected from the belly button. Oh, his fucking legs just gonna fall off, nigga. It's just gonna fall down like old macaroni.
Yeah, it's just said in the chat that Hangman stole my debit card, and I saw a statement from Hustlers University. This is what that freak does with my money.
That's crazy.
That's just not true.
It's stealing women's money for Andrew Tate's pocket, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's literally stealing money from a woman and then giving it to Andrew Tate. That's
double sexism, bro. That's crazy. Showtime Spurs $5. Cody is literally their first AEW guy. Dave contradicted himself. Listen.
What does he mean by that? Oh, I mean, he's talking about right now. He's not talking. He's talking about right now as we speak in the current landscape. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the super chat.
Neb $2. Can it be? Should be top phase if he comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, he could for a run. I don't know for the next
40 years
5
old.
years.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say.
I don't think you could do that. But
Kota Ibushi is 40.
Yeah, man. You don't look it though. You know.
No, not at all. He looks like he's a genetic freak. He's in incredible shape. He looks young. He moves like a freaking you know. He's just in amazing shape.
Yeah, he's nuts, man. Shout out Bushi.
Yo, so what are Punk fans
gonna be
gonna do?
Mania weekend.
I want to know what Punk fans are gonna do when they when Punk comes back, right? And he has his 3 matches, and then he's out for another 8 months. Like, what are y'all gonna do?
Hey, how do you feel about the fact that your GOAT is like having to wrestle like Matt Hardy and Ethan Page on television?
He doesn't have to.
He does it because as a result,
does it for the love of the game, bro.
He does.
Did you see how much people were loving Isaiah Cassidy after that match?
The Elite are sensational,
and that's because the Elite. That's because the Elite know how to make young black men shine in laws. Something that CM Punk doesn't know how to do.
What are you talking about?
Hangman, I want you to answer this objectively. On Kenya's life. Answer this objectively. Did
you name my dog?
Yes. Yes, on your dog's life. Answer this objectively. Did Powerhouse Hobbs come out of that match with CM Punk looking any more of a killer? Looking any more of a serious threat? Looking any better than he entered?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's a lie, bro. That's just not the truth.
You know what? I was at Arthur Ashe Stadium when Will Hobbs was facing Punk. I was there, and you know what's funny? A guy sitting right by me was like, "Man, this guy's a killer." When Hobbs was getting his offense in, you know why he thought that? Because Punk was crumpling and selling for him, you know, and making him look like a freaking monster out there.
And you would say the same thing for Lee Moriarty too, huh?
I'll tell you what. When Lee Moriarty did the Pepsi twist on Phil Brooks, I was like, "Wow, man, this is like passing the torch. This is an amazing match."
So you think that the torch has been passed?
Absolutely.
It's been passed.
And you know what? You know what? The firm was Phil Brooks' idea. You know, and what did he include in that stable? Lee Moriarty, because he saw something in a young
black man. Awful idea, bro. The homie Stoke could be doing something so much better.
Hey, shout out to Stokely Hathaway.
Shout out to Big Stoke.
Yeah, shout out Stoke. Bam $5 after defending my hero Elon Manning. Team Big AO all day now.
Oh my God.
Flip back, bro.
Hey.
Being Team Hangman felt like putting down a pet. Any truth that the Bucks took a pay cut?
To answer you, Bam, they haven't taken anything. They haven't signed anything yet.
The Bucks would never take a pay cut.
They
would never take
they
a pay
have
cut.
they won't, they haven't, and it's just not going to happen. The Bucks, I mean, I don't know what they would like to do, but what I do know is that they have enlisted the services of Barry Bloom to look over the details. The offer for an extension has been on the table. Their deals will expire in under a year, in roughly about 11 months. Their deals are expiring. Kenny's is coming up. It should be coming up a little bit under that. So I'm assuming they're going to all make a joint decision. And I'd imagine if I was just a guessing man, right, they're going to be businessmen about the whole thing and just try to get, as much money out of Tony Khan as possible before agreeing to an extension.
All I'm hearing from everybody saying about this argument is saying that the Elite don't love AEW. That's what I.
You know who does? I can't speak to that, Manny. I'm not going to make those accusations on the characters of Nick and Christopher Massey or Tyson Smith. What I will say is that Phillip Brooks loves AEW because he loves pro wrestling.
The Elite fucking created AEW. It's their baby. What are we talking about here? Y'all niggas is chatting, bro.
You can't just get that off, bro.
Hey, yo, no.
Here?
You know who created AEW? Cody Rhodes, nigga.
The Elite would be stupid to say, hey, TK, we're never leaving ever, bro. We're going to take anything you ever give us. Like, why would they do that? That would be so dumb.
If you do that,
there's only one other company out there that could give the Bucks and the Elite in general what they deserve to make, and that's WWE. So for them to be like, hey, we're never going to talk to them, TK. Give us whatever you want. We're not going to disagree with you.
Business.
Like, come on, bro. These are adults with families and careers. And
you got to do business, man. Do business.
Honestly, bro, it's you know what? If they said that to Tony Khan, they'd be marks. That's the type of energy that Tommy Dreamer would do, and that's why he was the last guy to get paid in ECW.
Exactly. He's like, hey, Paul, do what you got to do. Pay me last, man.
Yeah, I love
the other boys got to eat, Paul. The other boys got to eat.
And that literally left him without a home.
Like, does.
But yeah, man. Bam. Switch swords on your Ibu. Far 522. $5. Bam's changing sides like Ibu changes his ripped shirts.
I do go through a lot of shirts. I do go through a lot of shirts, unfortunately. It's a necessary consequence of being a handsome and swole man.
440 people is crazy.
Yeah, guys, we're at 440 now. This is unbelievable.
Get those likes up, man. Get those likes
up, guys. Get those likes up. If you're new to the WrestleMania, yeah, we're at 119 likes.
All right, yeah, hit that like button.
Phantom FTW, £5. Appreciate it. I'm totally expecting Dax to say something on this podcast that Ross punked the wrong way, and they never talk
100%, 100%.
He's calling it, bro.
And whatever Dax says will be like so inoffensive, and or it could be taken one way, but anybody with like half a functioning brain would be like, "Oh, Dax ain't mean it like that," and then Punk will just fucking explode. He's like, I don't give a fuck about you or your family or your winner's purse or your daughter. Yeah, you know the shit that Punk be on.
Could you imagine, Ayo? Could you imagine him just talking about his match with Phil, and he's just like, "Oh man, it was great. We called it in the ring, and he's not the most athletic guy in the world." And like Phil hears that, and he's like, "Oh, word, bro.
What the fuck did you say about me, fucking Mark?
No word, bro." Nah, you got.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Far poetry for 2.
Oh my god!
You got a little left on your chin.
I'm fucking crying.
That's crazy.
It's not even a little bit. It's like a gallon.
It's all up in his beard and shit, bro.
The beard. That's crazy.
Appreciate you for. Yeah, man. So what should we go with next? CM Punk, obviously. Do you think they actually do business together with the Elite? Do you think CM Punk comes back, do you think that he does business?
Unfortunately.
Yes. And you know what's funny about this, guys, real quick? Not to completely harp on this forever, but it's like when all those reports are coming out, like, it's not happening. They're not working with the Elite. He's not coming back. The locker room hates him. Jericho thinks this. They think that. Literally, I kid you not, like, I let you guys have your victory laps and your quote tweets and your assumptions, but like I just sat there and I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, this is a wrestling business. It's either he gets his buyout and Tony pays him everything that's owed in his guaranteed contract, because it's a guaranteed contract of 3 years, or he lets things subside, he lets him heal his wounds, and then they go and try to draw money. And I don't care what the boys say or how they feel about this guy. It doesn't matter in the long run because it's a business. And so ultimately, I do think he'll be back. And I'd like to think that they'll work together because, to praise the Elite here, I think that if anyone can be bygones and sacrifice for the sake of business and the company, I do think it's possible that they are the types of individuals that would do that.
Look, man, I'm sorry, man. Fucking Matt Hardy, Tony Khan doesn't give a fuck about your opinion if you want CM Punk back, bro. He's gonna bring him back and make money.
No, Trent Beretta tweeting for the boys when Colt Cabana came out, like that's cute, bro. But like, what does that mean to Tony when you're trying to do big business here? Really?
Yo, respect Trent.
I respect you. Trent's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler.
He's much better in 2023.
Yeah, Trent's really good, bro.
Trent's good.
He has been for a while.
Yeah, Trent's a dog. But when it comes to this for the boys shit, like that means nothing. Like,
Yo, so niggas really aren't allowed to show their homeboy love after he's been banished from TV.
No.
That's crazy.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like Trent and them, everybody that tweeted in support of. I know you. All right, so you were playing it up as a bit, right? But there's some niggas on the timeline that were like really mad, son. That niggas was happy that their man was finally on TV after over a year or whatever. After the sheets and fans and even the boys in the locker room think that somebody had a hand in having him banished. So if that's what niggas really believe, they're not allowed to be happy publicly.
Can I be honest? Okay, be honest. So there's some people I think that they're sincerely just like, yo, man, Colt's my man's. Happy for him. I thought he was going to get fired. I'm happy he's on TV, right? I think there's a lot of people like that, right? I do think there's some people who just have an issue with the guy that this was fighting, and they didn't want to put their name to nothing. They didn't want to say nothing publicly, but they're like, oh, this is my easy chance to just kind of piggyback off this and kind of be sassy and be snippy, and it kind of slip back.
Who do you think is one of those?
I'm just saying, bro, that's sassy, bro. That's sassy. Like, some of you niggas are sassy, bro, just fucking jumping on the whole, like, oh, yeah, Colt, this is a win for the boys. Da-da-da. Say what you really feel, bro. If what you really want to say is fuck CM Punk, say fuck CM Punk.
Hey, fuck CM Punk.
That's what I'm saying. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But this whole jumping on the Colt thing and try to piggyback off that and go, it's for the culture and for the locker room, for the boy. Shut the fuck up, bro. You don't care about Colt Cabana.
Bro, but on the other end, no. On the other end, niggas pretend like Colt Cabana has not been popular as fuck on the internet for a very long time.
He is very well liked. He's very well liked.
Niggas pretend like nobody ever liked Colt. Nobody ever talked about Colt. Nobody ain't Colt a millionaire off of selling merch, bro? Like,
listen, I'm never gonna deny that.
No fans.
I'm never going to deny that he's popular with the locker room. To me, honestly, and not to because spending 20 minutes talking about Colt Cabana is unbelievable. But to me, I think what's corny about that whole situation is not the talent reaction. It's just the idea that they literally did it just to pop the internet. Like that wasn't for any business purposes or to have a good match. Like, it was to literally pop.
That was funny as hell.
It was to pop Twitter, bro.
Bro,
the
that's
rating went down. The match was shitty.
That's not just a pop Twitter moment, bro. Everybody in the arena knew what it was.
Well, yeah, the fans live too as well because they're in on everything. But it's just like, dude, the rating went down and the match was bad. Like, you did it literally just to go like, you got him.
But the thing is, what I'm gonna remember more, them saying, oh, your next opponent is Jeff Cobb. And then Jeff Cobb and Jericho have a 4-star match, right? Really good match, 4-star match.
Okay.
Or am I gonna remember them bringing out fucking Colt Cabana and dragging his nuts on the fucking rampway, son? Everybody on Twitter laughing at Phil Brooks. Like, what am I gonna remember more, bro? What's more memorable? You let me know.
Listen. I'm not gonna forget it. I'm not gonna lie that. I'm not gonna
exactly, son. It was a moment, and they capitalized on it.
For sure.
I turned off Dynamite.
Manny was fucking crying. I didn't know Manny was such a big CM Punk fan until after Brawl Out.
Disgusted, bro.
Like, I had no clue he was such a big Punk fan, bro. Brawl Out happened and he became CM Punk's #1 defender.
Did you guys know that yesterday is the 1-year anniversary of Jon Moxley and Phil Brooks versus FTR?
Good shit.
Awesome.
I actually don't remember that match.
Well, it was the start of FTR's Tag Team of the Year run,
Basically.
I don't remember.
I'm
not even doing a bit right now. I'm trying to think.
Good shit, bro. Sprouts 199. Appreciate ya. Punk is the Jordan of wrestling, and Berkey 199. Appreciate you too. This propaganda coming from backup is not.
The people know, bro. The people know Hangman's not well.
Berkey, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope that's not you in the profile picture there.
That is not him. That's an actor. That's what's his face from The Wire.
I was gonna
I forget his
say,
name, but he's in The Wire. I do not know what role he was acting there with that hairline though.
Monty, do we have anything before Dynamite? Because I do want to ask AO one thing.
I think Eddie Kingston don't seem too happy on Twitter at the minute.
No.
Yeah, man.
No, he does not.
Yeah, poop from The Wire. Lamar reminded me, he's fucking poop. All right, Eddie Kingston, bro, he's been going crazy, son.
He really just said, "Yo, fuck that." He said, "Fuck that nigga. I don't care what anyone tells me. Fuck the pillars. Fuck everyone. So I don't need Mox. I don't need Penta." And it was just like, "Yo, he's fired up, bro."
Yeah.
What's Tony done?
Son, so he went full fuck Mox, fuck Penta because he want to make it seem like he not shooting. Eddie, bro, we know you're shooting, son. We know you don't like Sammy. We know you don't like MJF. We know you don't be around TV as much because, hey, bro, can we really trust Eddie not to punch out MJF? Like, Eddie, bro, you just gotta chill.
Bro, imagine like MJF gets announced for like a segment and he comes like he's got like a black eye.
Black ass eye, bro.
Hey man, if he gives him a black eye, that's more props than it to Andrade.
MJF would be like, "Oh, MJF, you know what MJF would do if Eddie blacked his eye backstage, bro? He'd come out there, he'd be like, he says he's in like St. Louis, he'd be like, "Oh, St. Louis bad. Just got mugged by some St. Louis crackheads. Did I mention sports team bad?" That's what MJF would say.
No, let's call it MJF. He's gonna sue if he gets punched by MJ.
You know who my daddy is.
Yo, all I know is this, man. Eddie did do that thing where he got his real shit off and then like looked both ways and went, wink, wink.
I'm working, right?
Ortiz, I'm working. So, because that was a mega. Please stop emailing me. Tack on the tweet there.
Hey, bro, but when Eddie said that 3-segment shit, yo, last night, pause, right? It was the most I enjoyed MJF in like over a year, right? 3 segments is too much, son. When he got the headset,
you were enjoying MJF last night.
You said what?
So you were enjoying MJF last night.
Yeah, bro, I enjoyed the match. I thought the promo was real weird until he did the Uno reverse. Actually, I set that dumb bitch up to take that charge, and now me, I thought that promo, when he did that, I thought that was a good promo, right? I thought it was a fire promo. But son, he did not need to be on commentary, bro. Like, let him come out after the match or whatever. But even then, you can't trust him to like not like get his 2 minutes of shit off. He gonna fucking have a 10-minute promo and shit. Elite gonna have to cut their match. It would be all bad. But yeah, bro, 3 segments was way too fucking much, bro. Like, and Eddie tweeted that out. He was like, "Yo, 3 fucking segments for this guy." I was like, "Yeah, nigga, I agree." Son.
I will say about his tweet saying that fuck House of Black. I don't know if that's a shoot or not. But what did Tony expect putting a guy like Eddie Kingston in there with some lore merchants? Finish your statement, maybe. No, I was gonna say you just know that's the kind of shit that Eddie Kingston hates, and you just put him in put him against a faction that does all that shit. You rather go out there and have all-time matches.
It's funny, man, because I don't know if he's probably working, and I don't think he has any real issue with these people as individuals, House of Mac, that is, but he, Eddie can't help but be honest, right? And so it's funny that in segments with House of Black, he's literally just like, "All right, go ahead, turn the light off and do the spooky stuff and come back in the ring and all that stuff you guys do." And he's just like poking holes in like the logic of it and stuff. It's funny. Like he thinks it's hokey because it's not. This is not his style, Yeah,
it's not one bit, bro. It's a weird matchup, man. It's a weird matchup. Dream 199, Punk the most sassy one. What the fuck?
Punk, he is sassy. He's very sassy. Very sassy. Bro, he was eating muffins while just talking shit about like his coworkers. That's very sassy.
Sassy.
Wrestling is a business full of sassy men.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just full of sassy men. Real quick, Monty, I want to say about this Eddie thing. Look, I don't know the extent of how much of this is a work or shoot, the whole situation. All I do know is, and I'm sure everybody would agree with me, an MJF Eddie Kingston program would be tremendous. And I know me, you, and Joe Hulbert have talked about like how many MJF programs can main event pay-per-view, right? And we were thinking about it and how many would like work on TV as a storyline, but also draw on pay-per-view. I do think MJF and Eddie Kingston would be great for the dynamics, for
Yeah,
MJF
loads
to,
of people. Everyone kind of wants to say that, but it's just a matter of
yeah.
like, can you actually make that happen?
I, I
uh,
think ultimately it would be up to Eddie if he's willing to just, accept what Max is inevitably going to say to
bro,
him verbally.
oil up when he was like, bro, when he was doing like the rant like yesterday or whatever it was, he was like, what I want to do. He's like, I want to look across him in the eyes and know I've got him defeated. He's like, I don't care if I lose the match. He's like, I know
Yo,
he's a pussy or whatever the
this
fuck.
this nigga thinks he's a veteran in ECW or something. Like, and he's just like,
See it in his
I
eyes,
just,
bro.
I just want to test the kid,
What a
brother.
real wrestler that is, bro. I fucking love Eddie.
That's the energy, bro. That's the energy of like a journeyman wrestler who goes locker room to locker room in these indie shows. And you ask him like backstage, like, what do you do it for at this point, man? He's like, I just want to see the kid's eyes, brother, and just see if he has it, just test the kid. Like, it's like,
But yeah, man, Eddie's wilding. We don't know how much he's working. We don't know how much he's shooting, but he's not happy about something, especially MJF.
I
You
miss him
gotta
being on
chill,
television.
bro. We need you back on TV. We need
Yeah,
you
man,
back
we
in
need-
major
yeah.
programs.
We need
Right.
him, Eddie. More Eddie, the better. Always, I've always said that. So sticking to it, even if he's a little crazy, And that's it's part of the charm. It's why we love him. If he was boring, he's doing something on Twitter. AEW Dynamite though. Let's get into it. El Paso. It was a great crowd. Apparently, there's a few visa issues, according to Dave on Observer Radio. He mentioned Bandido and how the Lucha Brothers weren't on the show. And apparently, there's been a lot of visa issues like throughout wrestling. There's the Dragon Lee NXT one. Up until recently, people were talking about Ilya Dragunov and Meiko Satomura with NXT as well. There was even Kenny Omega, bro. Like, this was the first time we've seen him like wrestle. I think since he went to Japan. Obviously, he done the pre-tape last week. But,
I think Pentagon was actually there last night.
He was there?
Yeah, my friend was there. He said he cut a promo after the show.
Dude, that's one. But yeah, those are the three that Dave mentioned anyway when talking about last night. Bandido and Lucha Brothers. So yeah, obviously that would have been over huge. That's why he brought them up. But yeah, man, El Paso is a great show, great crowd, as I was just saying. Opened up with MJF versus Konosuke Takeshita. This was really good, man. It was an MJF-centric show, as we've already just talked about. 3 segments. He was all over the show. Basically, the show built around him. But yeah, this was his match versus Konosuke Takeshita, total eliminator. MJF got the win. He locked on the armbar after the match was done. Nobody could get him off. Danielson makes the save, and we keep rolling with it. But yeah, man, it was a really good opener. What did you guys think of the match?
That was the best MJF match in a long time. Shit on the Mox match. I don't know, bro. I don't understand why all these MJF dick eaters, they get on the timeline after he has a match and they fucking cry. Like, you motherfuckers, you never give MJF his credit. No. Bro, he's been champion for 90 days and has wrestled twice. What am I supposed to give him credit for? Bro, like, his first match in 2023, it's the third week of February. Like,
I don't know about that.
Like, just stop crying, son. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, he can either wrestle regularly and get his credit, or he can never wrestle. And people forget how good of a wrestler he is because they get annoyed or really happy. Or people be like, oh, MJF's just a promo. Or they'll just be like, oh, he's a shitty promo. And I don't really care about his in-ring because he doesn't wrestle that often. But either wrestle or don't wrestle and just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, it is what it is, my nigga.
To me, it's indicative of people's short memories, though, because it's very much a, like, what have you done for me lately industry now? And fans just jump on the next thing. And if something isn't talked about every 2 seconds, it's lost buzz. And with Max, it's like, how many times does he have to remind you guys? Like, MJF is a great wrestler. That's
he's going to have to remind us in 30 days, in 60 days when he's only wrestled Daniel Bryan in that time period.
It's gonna be a great match. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about his in-ring because he's a very good wrestler. He can go. Regarding this opener, was it great? Of course it was fucking great. Takeshita's a big star. I mean, he's a rising star. MJF is a star. The crowd is super into it. They did the Let's Go Maxwell Sucks chants and Si Se Puede and all that other stuff. This is really good, Monty. I spoke to Joe Holbert last night, our Russell Pierce Worldwide's Joe Holbert, and I was telling him I think that this match, if they rematch in a year from now, after Takeshi's more used to just weekly American TV, I think this will be the Bucks FTR 1 to the eventual Bucks FTR 2 that these guys can have.
Bro, you're the only person who thinks Bucks FTR 2 is better than the first match, bro. It's not better than the first match.
Let me explain. I'm not even talking about quality standpoint because they're just different matches in structure, right? And you prefer what you prefer. What I was just going to say is that their next match will be a FTR Bucks 2 in the sense that I think that in this match, Takeshita just kind of did his stuff. MJF would do his stuff, and they just kind of went back and forth in that way rather than meeting each other in the middle stylistically. And that was good enough because they're great that it was a 4-star match, right? And Max played a little bit of his game too because he did like a rebound, like elbow strike, and they did like the whole you hit me, I hit you, and they both fall and get the pop. But I guess the point I'm making is I think that a year from now, Takeshita, if need be, because this shouldn't be his go-to, if need be, and they're like, yo, work American style with Max, right? I think he can do it in a more in a way that's more kind of like a mixture of what they do, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this was a great opener.
Yeah, it was good shit, man. So like we was just touching on, like MJF always kind of like there's always kind of like that pause after his matches because obviously he doesn't wrestle too often. So every time he wrestles and he wrestles well because he's a good wrestler, his fans like to kind of scream and shout about it to the point where sometimes it can be a little annoying, like I was saying. But yeah, man, it was good shit. It was a good opener. Manny. We know you're a big Takeshita guy, MJF. I wouldn't say you're, what was you thinking during this opener?
I thought it was good. I do agree with him, man. It could be better when they do it again in the future, but I don't know. I think they did mix those styles together well. I mean, it was
bad.
Match.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad mix.
Huh?
I said, it wasn't like one of those things where you're like, oh my fucking god, like these guys have no chemistry. It was not that type of thing at all.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's all. Yeah, I mean, it was cool seeing. It was actually cool seeing MJF actually wrestle for once, and because it's kind of tiring just seeing him cut promos all the time, and his promos are more, in my opinion, more miss than hit. So it's good for a chance to see him actually wrestle and have a good match.
Yeah, man. It was like I was saying, it's a very MJF centric show, and at this point, with where MJF is at, I find it kind of I don't know, man. I feel like he's kind of like a step or two behind where he actually should be, because fuck it, I'll get into it. Basically, when MJF was first going through that weekend, I think it was Double or Nothing with the Wardlow match. That was the right pay-per-view, wasn't it? When there was the contract talk and everything, and he was like, "Oh, he's not going to show up," and blah blah blah. People were kind of like wondering if MJF is actually going to show up. He eventually showed up. He done the job, but there was a lot of people who were kind of like they had like a weird bitterness towards MJF because how like AEW fans get. And like if you go back to when MJF had that couple of days when people were talking about the plane ticket and what was happening and blah blah blah, then they just kind of blew the cover with the fake pipe bomb promo that they did. And that's just kind of, I don't know, man. It killed the mystique. I don't know I know you kind of disagree with me all the time on this, Ibu, but
yeah.
It blew the mystique, bro. Like it completely blew the mystique because if you've got, like I said, I always say, go back to that couple of days when people didn't know what was going on. No one knew what was going on. We was hearing about plane tickets. We was hearing this. Like I said, a lot of the AEW faithfuls kind of turned on MJF, like. Like legitimately, not the kind of wink stuff that we all do now. And like I said, he got announced for a promo after he'd done the job for Wardlow, and it was like he just blew the cover, bro. And then he's done, oh fuck you, Tony Khan, you fucking mark, and everyone's like, oh yay, wow, like, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Like I said, it blew the cover, and then we all know he's coming back eventually, and we're just kind of waiting for it. And then they do the whole like, and even his actual return was not like amazing, like the whole the mask thing and the ladder match, like it was just, it wasn't amazing. Then the feud with Mox was like, let's be honest about it now, it was quite weird, it wasn't great. They done the babyface teases, and then he's getting cheered too much, and even though he's actually a heel, and he's putting out Regal, and he's trying to get his heat back, and he's having to do these corny like heel promos to get his heat back, and it's just like, he's not where we thought he was going to be coming out of the Wardlow feud. I don't
Can
think.
I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you?
Of course you
can. This is where Dave Meltzer's statement earlier about needing that guy, the baby, is important, because you're only as good of a villain as a villain is only as good as the hero he goes against. And I think that MJF is great against the right baby faces. And I just don't think the dance partners he has are what works for his characters. Like, he's taking on these veteran baby faces like Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson. Danielson, this program is very solid right now. But like, I think that when he was with CM Punk, that was magnetic and magical television. Same thing with Wardlow, frankly. The peak of Wardlow doing anything on AEW programming was when he was at odds with MJF, and MJF was putting obstacles in his way, and you had all these cool creative angles that made Wardlow look amazing. That's when you get the good TV. You know what I'm saying? And
that's when I really felt like he was one step away. Like, for me, like coming out, like, he just had the CM Punk, like genuinely, like something that a lot of fans will remember for a very long time. It was a brilliant feud. He got voted for feud of the multiple publication. It was great stuff. Then you go straight from that back to back Wardlow. You create a star in Wardlow. Like, you really get momentum. Like, you peak it. You let him squash it. You do like the perfect heel role in that feud. It felt like he was just like one step from being like that world champion heel. And I think that step was meant to come with the comeback. Then with the shit with CM Punk happens, it derails it a bit. It gets a bit messy. And now,
Monty, I think that Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, they're two of the best wrestlers on the planet. You put them in a ring, they're amazing, right? I think they're currently presented right now as veteran gatekeeping guys in the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't think they're electric television entities, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? Where like you put them in a promo segment or an angle and you put them head to head with another bad guy and you're gonna get like TV magic. I don't think, like, as they are right now, I don't think they're the right guys for that type of thing with Max, and I think that's what he needs. Which is why, frankly, I think a Darby would be a little bit more dynamic because he could do maybe creative things in segments, popping out of places or whatever the fuck, whether he jumps from a rafter or whatever you want to do with him. Like, I'm not seeing like them in creative locations where Moxie does dynamic things, like that program was what it was. And with Danielson, bro, he's here to just wrestle. You know what I mean? He just wants to fucking wrestle. So I do think, like, not to like just completely like absolve MJF of anything, but I think among just even getting past like all the issues that happened in the fall that kind of were outside of his control, I think he just needs that type of guy to work with, and he doesn't have that right now with the people that he's working with.
Manny, I know that you're...
just sit back and think, maybe MJF's bad.
He's not bad.
I was gonna say, like, I know, like Manny, like with what he's into, he's definitely like MJF just does not fit his profile at all.
I think he's in the wrong company.
Yeah, I can imagine, like 100%.
Look, bro, if you wanna cut promos every week and wrestle once a quarter, do that shit in WWE, bro. Them fans, they don't like wrestling in the first place. They don't care. Bro, Roman never wrestles, and nobody cares because they don't like wrestling, bro. They want to see him run around and fucking we the ones and throw the one up every week and then say, acknowledge me, and they go pop hugely, acknowledge me and shit. Bro.
You know
they love that shit because they don't like wrestling. They don't have to like wrestling. It's cool that they don't like wrestling, but go over there and do that shit.
Ayo, it's funny. I think what it is WWE. WWE fans need a very specific type of foreplay to enjoy wrestling, and if not, it's just a hindrance until the next like Roman segment that they can get. It's like a match is on TV and it's like, all right, probably in about 7-ish minutes I'm gonna see the bloodline again, so I'm gonna just kind of be quiet until that happens. It's just a different type of show structure. But I resent this notion that like MJF is so out of place and he can't fit in AEW because
no, he can't. They
didn't say that anyway. They didn't.
MJF fancies himself as a 5-tool player, don't he? I don't think his promos are that great, but they can be. But he's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He could fit in if he wanted to. He doesn't want to. So
Would you
I'm
guys
just,
not agree that the angles with Wardlow in the springtime were like fantastic, week after week? Bro, that shit was so good. Come on, man, that shit was so good.
I liked it.
I
No, I definitely liked it. I
bro.
thought it was a little bit I thought it was too repetitive and shit, but not
the
even
one thing
just
I'm gonna
Max's promos, but like how it was booked and shit.
The one thing I'm going to say about
It was
MJF
cool.
is like he doesn't want to wrestle in AEW because if he knows if he wrestles, he's going to get over, and he doesn't want to be cheered. If he goes and then if he knows if he does have to wrestle in AEW, he's going to have these some of these epics or whatever, these big matches. It doesn't seem like he really wants that, and he doesn't want the fans cheering him. That's why I said if he goes to WWE, he doesn't really have to worry about having these crazy matches. He can have an average 3-star match like a Roman, and not worry about like people like cheering for him and all that. You know.
I think you make a great point, Manny, in the whole just point of if I have too many great matches, people are going to be like, oh fuck, this guy rules, and then he has no heat. That is a good point. That's a good point, and I think that is part of Max's thinking. It's like I know I'm great. When I have these great matches, people are going to realize I'm great. Just like how being a great heel eventually gets you cheered because people respect what you do. It's a bit of a tough situation. I think in his mind, he has a plan for when he wants to ship this character, and he didn't want it to be now, which is why he's doing what he feels is necessary to have heat. Which is why I think also is the internal justification for the promo that he later cut about, getting head in the car and crashing the car and then blaming the girl and all that whole stuff. Monty, can we just because there's so many Max segments on the show, can we just broadly just kind of encompass the whole thing now instead of like going one by one?
That's what we're basically doing.
Yeah,
And when we go through it, we'll only have to touch on each thing. But it's just like that's what we do. We're doing the MJF talk now.
Right.
We're doing it here. We've been doing it the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Did the MJF segment thing work for you? Where like he shows up post match to attack Takeshita. We see him backstage lock Danielson in the room. Right. He tells Aubrey to make the count. And then he jumps on commentary, and then he has a post-match attack on Danielson. They did the whole multi-segment plot thread with one guy, and to me, I saw it as him ambitiously trying to keep this program up as much as he can in one night. And I would say like more of that stuff worked than not. But I just think it's a very interesting decision to do it that way rather than just kind of keep him like a brief thing on the show. Did that work for you, Monty?
Go on, man. You had some.
I don't really want. It's like a 2-hour show, and there's so many people on the roster. I don't really want to see the same guy over and over on TV. And I think I didn't mind it when he first came out and cut the promo. But backstage, I was just like, whatever. He's gonna cut a promo, and I was really into it until he brought up Liv's name, and I said, "Oh, come on, bro," because I knew exactly what he was gonna do from then. Then he did exactly what he just insinuated that. He got hit from her or whatever, and then he crashed the car, and I was just like, bro, come on. Like, you sounded so awesome. You sounded like a real world champ his first minute, cutting a promo. I thought he sounded like Flair. And then he just went on and just did his edgy shtick, and I just rolled my eyes. I said, bro, come on, just do what made you like everybody like you in the CM Punk feud. Just be that serious guy that's out there for blood, and he wants to prove that he's the world champion, and just don't do all the other shtick, That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
hey, what did you make of
very much kept him grounded in terms of like the corny, like wink, performative heel stuff, Well, not performative because he was definitely still performative, but like Manny said, like the corny, I think you're like, haha, blowjob, like, come on, bro, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, Ayo, as Ibu was about to ask, what do you think?
What do you think? Just a show structure with having him in multiple segments, kind of making a plot thread through the first hour. Like, what did you think?
I think I'm not the biggest MJF fan, but I think that's how the world champion should be presented. I liked it when Kenny was on the show throughout the show and shit. I wanted them to do it with Hangman, and they never fucking did for whatever reason. That's because MJF and Punk did all the fucking screen time during Hangman's reign. I just remembered, but yeah, bro, like that's how the world champion should be presented. I was tired of it by the time the third match came around because I think MJF on commentary actively took away from Roosh versus Danielson, especially in the beginning before they started really like beating the shit out of each other. But like in the beginning, all I could hear was like fucking Max, son. And that's the point, I guess, just be like, oh, I can't wait till this motherfucker loses. But like, it's not the type of heat that's like, oh, I need the belt off MJF now because he's still gonna be on television. It's the type of heat that's just like, bro, this match would just be so much better if he's not around. It's like I'm looking at my phone now instead of looking at the match because this nigga's just talking and talking and talking. Like, shut up, my nigga. But yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, the whole putting your world champion on multiple times and shit, I like it. Just do it when it's somebody that we actually fuck with too, nigga.
What I will say about it is, I agree with AO in the much that like the world champion should absolutely be a central theme of the show, especially when you're building up to a pay-per-view, pay-per-view main event. What I will say though is, I think it was maybe like an appearance or two too much. People kind of got like, as AO just proved, I'm sure a lot of people, even though he's already like predisposed to like, he's just not a Max fan, so like obviously take that with a pinch of salt. But like still, like I'm sure there was a lot of people by the time he's out there for commentary and stuff. I think it's like the 4th or 5th time we've seen him today. It's like there's a little much, but absolutely it should be the way that the world champion is presented as a central theme. Their feud is the most important on the show. AO mentioned Hangman. That's another one. Like it should have been like that. Of course, like the CM Punk MJF thing was like a huge hot thing at the time, but there could have at least still been a bit more effort to make Hangman more of a central piece rather than this guy that would. He was kind of like a guy that would show up and have a banger.
Yeah, show up with the 5 last minutes, get his food decided, have an amazing match. It's like, all right, Hangman, you did what you were supposed to do. Get up off TV now.
Yo, Ayo, have you ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah.
He's Jotaro in part 4. He just pops in and look cool as fuck, have a cool fight, and then you don't see him again until the next time that happens.
Niggas, y'all be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you niggas in 5 episodes. Monty, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about MJF as a whole. I think that just as a talent, I appreciate that he tries to remain ambitious and diversified in how he presents himself. And I do think that he's looking at the structure of the show and how it's like just 5 matches that get decent time, and he's like, how can I put my imprint on this show and structure in a way that's varied and interesting? And I do think part of the thinking is like, okay, if Danielson just has guys that he faces every week, how about this week I try to stop him or something? So in general, I appreciate him just trying to do that, trying to also challenge himself by putting himself in the effort. Yeah, because be a storyteller and all those things. What I would suggest going forward though is, because it was a lot of him this week, right? And I remember when I was at Dynamite in Newark in 2021, when I was online to get food, when his theme song hit, people ran off the lines to see what he was gonna do because they couldn't wait to boo him. And I think it's because there's a feeling of like, oh my God, when he's on, what is he gonna do? You're gonna kill that feeling, I think, if you oversaturate yourself. And I think he's done enough groundwork now with himself and his character work that I think now it's time to pull back a little bit and now let Danielson catch up on his end as a character. And so what I would suggest personally is some intersectional storytelling with Danielson at the heart of it, which is basically, to make a long story short, he's not getting help from the BCC. He's getting jumped every week and they're not helping him, right? I think that if we kind of explore that and why that's happening, we can get some character stuff with Danielson that can be very interesting to follow leading to his match.
Oh, real quick, hey man, because like people keep saying, oh, I think they're not happy with him anymore. Is he even still in the BCC? Like people keep saying that stuff.
Yeah,
he has tagged with Mox on television after
did.
the angle, after the William Regal angle, and he still has BCC on his gear.
But have you noticed
out? He's still in the. No, I'm just making it clear that he is like,
okay,
like they're not helping him, but people and fans are like in their heads they're booking it like, oh, he's not even in the BCC no more. They're not happy with him or whatever. It's like, nah, bro, like he's been with the BCC ever since the Regal shit went down.
So this is gonna be like a very elite lore adjacent, like, because here's the thing: I'm paying attention to the segments AOVP, right? Mox doesn't seem to have a problem with Danielson, right? Yuta has the issue. Claudio seems to be close to Yuta because they tag on Dark and shit, right? And they're like, they have the Ring of Honor connection, right? I think if you explore this dynamic and really exploit it, I think it can make for good story-driven TV with characters involved that can fill TV time in an interesting way, get more out of Danielson, and then you can then spin that into multiple people's own individual stories within the stable. And so that's what I call intersectional storytelling, because it affects different storylines. And as a triple whammy, it makes the implications of matches more heavy because as you have de-emphasized rankings, right? what makes these matches matter beyond just, getting a good number on cage match? If it affects these people as people, right? And so now, if going into a Claudio match or a Yuta match or a Moxie match or a Danielson match that
Yeah.
this has issues with the BCC, that's very interesting. And so I think that would help ratings. I think that would help the storytelling and the flow of the show. And I think it would also, on Danielson's side, balance the title storyline. Because right now he's just a guy who wants to wrestle, which is fair and understandable. But on a personal narrative level, I think this could make things even and interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing, like about this BCC thing, bro. They all have that. They're all together, but they all do their own thing. I mean, and plus, all of them don't really fuck with what, because the whole thing started because Regal turned on them. So none of them fucked with Regal anymore. The only person that does is Danielson. So why would they want to help Danielson out?
It's also it's many things. Like, I think a thing that people kind of lose a lot with BCC because because they are kind of unique in this sense is that they want to be like a pro wrestling MMA gym. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that doesn't necessarily mean that they're always tagging together. They just train at the same place, so they have like kind of that, connection sort of thing. It doesn't mean they're best friends. It doesn't mean they're always going to make saves for each other. Because it is a fair thing to bring up, I guess, as a fan when you're watching like an MJF angle and it's Takeshita making a save and not someone who's in his quote unquote faction. Because this isn't like a traditional wrestling faction. It's just not. It kind of never has been. Like, it felt more like one in the early days of BCC because they were doing so many tags and stuff. Because it's a new faction. That's what you
trying
do.
to get the faction over and shit.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think sometimes it's very easy to kind of lose sight that this is kind of it's different to what we're used to in that sense.
We're all Japanese wrestling fans. For some reason, we never made the correlation or like Japanese stables. They don't really guard and save people a lot, especially like the babyface stables. Like, if you're getting beat the fuck down, they're just gonna let you stay out there and die, bro. Like, Chaos don't be running out there for Okada when the Bullet Club's on his ass. They just let him get beat up back there in the ring and shit. So, like, I don't know. Maybe that's what the BCC is going for right now. But they also did go out and save Mox a couple weeks ago against Hangman.
Yeah.
So, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's necessarily a plot hole or a problem. I'm saying this dynamic should be explored. Like you do something where whether it's an in-ring interview with all four members, where maybe Renee is just kind of like, she's just like, hey man, the people are asking, like, I want some clarity on the stable, and they ask that question. They ask a difficult question. You see someone maybe make a face or something. Mox answers for the team or whatever, and then maybe, I don't know, Yuta butts in and goes like, oh, because you're a bitch. It's like, whoa, like what? Like, what are you talking? Like, whoa, where did this come from? And then you got maybe you have Max backstage that they cut to him later in the show, and he's just like, he can't even get his own family in order. And he thinks he can take care of me and where the fuck you want to do. I'm just saying, like, that type of intersectional thing where there's varied personal dynamics in the group that can lead to just interesting telling.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's definitely different what they're doing with the BCC. There's definitely a lot of things they can explore with it, like Ibu was just talking about. I think the last thing I want to say about Max is kind of just like to round up what I was saying about him earlier. Was coming out of the back-to-back Punk Wardlow great feuds, like I said, there was like a magic that we was expecting to see from him, and it's like with what happened, like however you feel with the pipe bomb promo, it kind of blew the cover a bit, blew the mystique a bit. Then also like the actual comeback itself, I think was kind of, not even necessarily Max's fault, man. Like a lot of it probably due to booking, the babyface teases and stuff like that, and it's like now it's set you back at a point where MJF now needs to like get that, that real heat that he's been trying to get in recent weeks. So we'll see what happens. I think he can get to the level I was hoping he would be at the time. He would get the bout. I think he'll grow into that with the bout rather than being at that point when he got the bout. Do you know what I mean? So I've got faith in him, I guess, but he has been frustrating at points over the past month or two. Very. Short-on Spurs $5. Might have to disagree. The pop Max got at All Out was unbelievable. It's just that everything got overshadowed by the press conference. See, bro, I thought it was ass like at the time as I was watching it. So that's obviously for my preference anyway. That's absolutely nothing to do with like brawl out as people call it.
Mm.
As I was watching the finish of that ladder match, I was just like, this.
Oh yeah. Listen, that ladder match, that was just.
You know what I never told people, son? I fell asleep during entrances of that ladder match, and I missed it, bro. Like, I missed the ending. I missed them handing over the poker chip to MJF, and then I woke up and I watched the next couple of matches, and then I fell asleep again for the I fell asleep during the women's match, unfortunately, which was fantastic. Like, I posted, like, my last tweet was literally about ass. Like, I tweeted about ass like Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, whatever. And I fell asleep, and then I woke up and y'all was doing the post pay-per-view show, and Monty's like, "How dare this nigga?" And he was like, "How dare this nigga come in here now? Like, you already been talking for 3 hours and shit." But I didn't get spoiled on the what's it called?
The ladder match. The casino ladder match.
Bro. But I got spoiled on the ladder match, but I didn't get spoiled on something else. Mox and Punk. But yeah, when I got spoiled on the ladder match, I was like, they did it like that. That sounds stupid. Then when I watched it, I was like, yeah, this was dumb as fuck. Like that shit was not good. It was not a good angle. It doesn't matter who that was. It could have been Kenny returning after fucking Brawl Out or whatever. That was a terrible angle.
Yeah, man. A few people said in like the angle. I'm not saying it was like objectively awful or anything. I just did not like it a lot. A lot of people mentioned like the pop. Like, he got a big pop. So of course he got a big pop. Like, he was gone for months, you know. Like, and also, you know, he's a heel. So you know,
MJF would have got a big pop if they were like, if two people were fighting backstage and they kicked open a bathroom stall and MJF was taking the shit. Like, that would have got a huge pop, bro. Didn't they do that with Orange Cassidy? Like, he was just standing in the fucking stall.
Yeah, bro. It's a big star return. It's going to get a big pop regardless. But of course, like I said, if you like the angle, you like the angle. I just didn't. I thought, you know, it wasn't the impactful way to bring back someone you're about to give the world title to. Anyway, Master 94. Why visa issues so bad recently? Never been this bad. I'm sure they have been this bad. I'm not really the one to ask about the issues. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know.
I don't really know anything about. I mean, like, I've traveled out of the States a lot, but I don't know shit about visas, bro. I don't know why it's hard for them to. I just thought you threw money at the issue and you'd be fine. Like, that's what everybody. That's what all Nigerians think. You just throw money at it, you're gonna get your visa. But these people are obviously very well off. TK's well off. WWE's well off, and they can't throw money at the issue. So I don't know.
Paperwork. You know.
Yeah, that's how I know this shit is a bitch. The fact that, like, $1 million company, WWE, like, they lost access to Ilya Dragunov in, like, October. Couldn't get this man back till February. You know,
it's like crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's a mad thing. Far522, $10. Appreciate you again. MJF doing anything for here, I understand. It's just this stuff for the last 90 days is a disappointment as of the moment. Triple H would kill for MJF to just cut 25-minute monologues on a 3-hour program. I mean, he goes to a lot of money, said, you know. He maybe he does suit WWE, but, like, you know, AO said earlier, he, you know, clearly figures he fancies himself as a 5-tool player, and I think he's shown that he can be that. So he is
a 5-tool player.
You know,
hasn't he hinted at himself being like his own reign of terror? He's had to like have said
he's flat out said it.
He even went clean shaven for 2 weeks to try to emulate 03 Hunter. Like he was leaning into it.
I don't know if I need that kind of wall breaking in my fucking wrestlings, but you know, I don't need that. Just like go in there, do your shit, be the best you do the best you can, and make it good. Don't go out there and sabotage it on purpose.
I think saying that makes sense in kayfabe as well, though. Like, I don't think he said anything that, like, a UFC fighter couldn't say. You feel me?
Right. I agree. So. He's not going there like, guys, I'm gonna ruin the show.
I'm getting booked to bury the boys every week, yo. Like, I don't think he said anything like that.
He's not doing that.
Okay, so the next part of the show, we'll kind of gloss over some of it. So there was a Joe pre-tape on Wardlow. Obviously, Joe cut a great promo because that's what he fucking does. Then we got Jamie Hayter versus the Bunny, which kind of went as expected. It was fine, you know. Jamie won, as expected. And after, we got this Soraya and Tony Storm promo where Soraya just like embarrasses Leva Bates, spray paints an L on her, cuts a bad promo, kind of has no like feeling. Like the segment had like no like soul to it, you know. It was so like,
bro, what a
it was
weird
so
segment,
like
bro.
flat, bro. It was like,
And I think people have been like hypercritical of Soraya / Paige just because they don't like her as a person. Well, feel how you want to feel about her as a person and stuff, but I don't think the level of her work has been as bad as the critics have said. But bro, that promo segment, son, what the fuck?
it was so flat, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, why'd you do it, Leva, man? She can't even wrestle. She can't even sell good. I mean, like, couldn't even. I don't know. That match. I thought the match sucked, and I thought the promo segment sucked after too. So it was no
Monty,
win for
that
the women today.
backstage angle felt like an October 2022 Dynamite level flat, flat and like dry and thoughtless backstage angle where it's just like.
Bro,
It's just
I think I'm the only person here who watches Dark, but that was literally like a Dark promo segment, or like, because like they'll have like wrestlers that they bring in a lot but aren't signed, and you guys have probably never even heard of before. They'll have them like have a cutter like a backstage promo and shit, and it'll be like that level or worse. Son.
Really,
it's like that was terrible, bro.
Yeah, I think even just beyond the execution, I don't know, man. Like this idea that like Paige and Tony are going to be Hall and Nash. I think people forget that like Hall and Nash's primary strength is that they're cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And they're good promos, and like they are so saucy that people just were fine with the fact that like they were going to give no in-ring effort whatsoever. You know, Paige and Saraya, Paige and Tony. Tony's her strength is that she's a good wrestler.
I think Tony's come off as really cool since her debut, though. But like, she's trying to be like a villain now. Not that cool. It's corny.
Not that type of way. Yeah, you know. Yeah, exactly.
But like, she came out with like the rock star glasses, the leather jackets and shit, or the rock music. Like, I think she was coming off cool. But then
of course.
I
guess that's what I'm saying. It's
not heel cool, you know.
Yeah. It's just I don't know about this pairing. It's funny because I was talking about intersectional storytelling earlier. I think they're attempting it with the women here with this broad women's division in Civil War. They're trying to set up with the divisions with WWE and AEW. They're clearly going for it. And it's funny, on one side, I'm very interested. The Britt and Ruby stuff is very interesting, like their dynamic so far. And the other side, which is the heels, it's not clicking as a TV act yet for me. They kind of feel like Team Rocket, but we'll see where it goes and if it gets better, and if they get more comfortable in the role.
You kind of touched on it, man. It's like you know what it is with these backstage segments, bro. Sometimes AEW in general as a promotion, like outside of this, kind of like being like underwhelming and flat and honestly kind of bad so far. It's like sometimes these backstage segments, they just need a little creativity, bro. It's just or just do something else. Like it doesn't always have to be like a backstage, you know, host with a mic, you know, Shivani or Renee. Like it can be something a little different, like you know, change the scenery and like it could have just been like they could have just sent out a dart jobber local to El Paso that like the crowd would have popped for, like they were going to do a match. And it's like before the match even starts, you just send out Tony and Saraya to just derail it, boo the shit out of them. You can do that in like a minute.
You don't even have to advertise the match beforehand or anything.
Yeah, literally.
The next match is up. Dark Jobber getting a home pop order. Like, did they really sit around like the fucking war room, like booking table or whatever? And they was like, you know what's really going to get Tony and Saraya over his heels? If they kick Blue Pants in the stomach, cut a shitty promo, and then spray paint it.
That's what I'm saying.
The people want blood now.
It's literally like the first idea that came to mind. That's like a stock, just generic thing to do, and you just put that on without like thinking about like, is this actually gonna like be effective? Get anything more over than it is?
Yeah,
you know,
it just lacks creativity. Like I said, lacks focus, man. It's like I said, it seems like it's just kind of like the first idea someone just fucking throws out there, and they just kind of do it without really thinking it through of how it's actually gonna like work or actually benefit anybody involved. Like literally, since we're on the AEW women's division, it's the same with Jade. It's like all of Jade's segments feel the same. It feels like she's backstage with the baddies, or
what were the baddies? Bro. She was
then
never supposed to go this long.
yeah, man.
It wasn't.
And I honestly feel for TK when it comes to the Jade situation. At least I'll give him a lot of leeway there, because just like, yo, what the fuck you want him to do? Like, shout out to Nate, but Nate has tweeted like 5 times, like, bro, why is Jade not getting a 50-0 celebration? Why is she not getting this? Why is she not getting this on Dynamite? Not even Rampage. But when you advertise shit like this, right? Wrestling fans expect it to go one way. They expect a big 50-0 celebration to end with, oh, who's Jade's next challenger? Who's gonna be the next big boss? Who's gonna finally take the belt off of Jade? There's no one there, bro. So like, how do you end that segment and it not to fall flat and it to like actually mean something and to push Jade's story forward? Who are you gonna bring out, bro? You gonna bring out fucking Abaddon? Like,
in my opinion, this is another thing. I think, and I'm going to always hammer this, I think we should actually try to tell some stories with Willow Nightingale. I think she has something there, and I think like an actual Jade storyline is kind of needed with her versus a challenger.
Actual storyline with like real segments with thoughts into it, like big Jade and winning segments, etc., etc. Not just Jade backstage calling herself the shit, then she appears.
Well, I'm Pampers. I'm taking that belt this Friday on Rampage. Like, nah.
Yeah, because dude, mid last year when it was like Jade and the Baddies and Stoke and feuding with Statlander, Athena, and then sometimes Willow would kind of be in that orbit. That was fun television.
Yo, it was really good television. I liked it a lot.
Fun television. Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Yeah, it had Thunder Rosa stressed, talking about all that TBS division is shitting all over the top title.
It's true. That was the coolest shit going on with the women at that time, you know.
And I genuinely liked it as like wrestling television, not just like, oh well, the women need something to do. I hope it's not that bad. I hope it's passable. Like, nah, but I feel like that was good TV.
We got a couple of 3 super chats that we got backed up. Chi-Town Spurs $5. It feels like this story could be so much deeper than they're making it out to be. This NWO rehash with no substance isn't doing it for me. I think you can tell from what we've all just said. We pretty much agree with you. Yeah. Darren Walker, £5. Appreciate you too. Hope we don't get blood and guts women's match. It looks like it will happen this year.
Darren Walker, you and your fucking Tory opinions, bro. Like,
see, that's it. That's a little harsh, I'd say, saying you don't want it to happen flat out. I just hope and want them to make it more interesting and creative and put a bit more focus and thought into these things, and we don't get segments like we got like that Saraya Tony Lever Bates one last night, because no one's here for that, bro. I don't think, like, even if you're the biggest women's wrestling fan on the planet, you know, it's shit like that's tough, bro, you know. Okay. Far 2. Who is the third woman at Revolution? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I've given up on Mercedes pulling up. I don't know. It's gonna be the third woman.
No one even wants to like speculate that shit.
Yeah, nobody even wants to say it. Like, I know there's some AEW chats that are just whispering it to themselves and shit. Don't even want to put on the timeline, but nah. Third woman's gonna be Mandy Rose. Book it.
Mandy Rose, bro.
Listen, if it's her, how would y'all react to that?
Son, I'm literally
unsurprised, unmoved.
Nigga, I'm becoming a Bloodline stan.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm big
If it's Mandy Rose, I need Renee Young out of this company. She's bringing the wrong kind of energy.
Triple H sent Renee Young on a fucking
a sleeper cell mission.
Yeah, sleeper cell mission and shit to
all you hear is it's Amanda Sacramento. It's Amanda Sacramento.
Oh no.
This Friday night on AEW Rampage, Blood and Guts, the team outsiders.
Yo, Blood and Guts on Rampage is crazy.
Yo, listen, Amanda Sacramento, Saraya, Tony Storm, and Summer Rae versus. It's like, bro,
stop it! Stop all that.
I feel like women's Blood and Guts would have to take place on a pay-per-view and not TV.
I'm excited for women's Blood and Guts.
I mean, we don't even know who's in it. But anyway, Bow Wow, 199. Y'all forgot about me, did y'all? Listen, bro.
Fucking crying.
Stay away from AEW forever. Stay away from wrestling, bro.
I was willing to give that angle a shot. I wonder
Why?
where it was gonna go fucking go. When Bow Wow turned in that video that he took on his Nokia from fucking
Oh my god.
1999 in that
360p.
grainy all white interrogation room where he cut a promo with terrible audio, I was like, what was we doing, bro? Like,
That was a low point.
Tough,
Like that
bro.
was like
Tough.
this. I tweeted literally like that is like one of the saddest things to ever take place on AEW
so I
programming.
no-sold it because like, and the only reason why I no-sold is not because I'm a shill, because I criticize AEW all the time on my timeline. Go look, bro. Go look right now. But I no-sold it because Jade Cargill was looking the most generational that she's probably ever looked on AEW television in that jumpsuit, son. Like, I was not worried about what Bow Wow was
Was that the
doing.
money jumpsuit? Was that
Yes,
the money jumpsuit?
bro. It was the money jumpsuit. So I no-sold it, but then when I went back later and rewatched it to get ready for either the Thursday show or Unpures, whatever. Like, I went back and watched it to so I knew what I was talking about for a podcast. It was so fucking bad. So, like, they should not have aired that shit.
It's really bad, and I think Tony recognized it because they just deaded that whole shit mid storyline.
Yeah, they
which is
just
something,
like, all right,
which is
man,
something AEW only does that when it's really fucking bad, like Nightmare
Collective.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny with Monty because he wasn't even like doing the whole let's give it a chance shit. Like the minute just the concept of Jade Cargill feuding with Bow Wow, like this dude was just like, no, what are we doing?
What year is it, bro?
Yeah,
What are we doing?
2020,
Wow, bro.
Who is this? Who is this for? And
It should have been Kevin Gates.
Nah, for real. Should have been Kevin Gates.
Yo, oh man, I wish Rick Ross could be on TV. Like,
Yeah, I wish we could actually get like
Rick Ross.
you know, like this is why Action Bronson's a fucking G, bro. You know, like he'll come in, he'll do the thing properly. You get me? So he'll come in, he'll do the whole pre-tape, he'll do the promo, then he'll do the proper training, and obviously, you know, he's not a wrestling fan like us, but you can tell that he knows wrestling. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, bro, that man was
he
an
knows how to
Elks
perform
Lodge
in front of a
WCW.
crowd. Like, bro, he's a G, bro.
Hey, man.
I love Action Bronson, bro. Great,
Y'all ever
bro.
seen Parker Boudreaux wrestle that well?
No.
Exactly. And I'll be that's my genuine opinion, bro. Like, genuine opinion, dead ass.
No.
Never wrestled that well.
Yo, shout out, bro. Shout out Action Bronson, bro.
Bronson,
We need Kevin Gates. So basically, what I was trying to say is, if we could get like a Kevin Gates, someone like that in that role, like, that's easy.
Imagine the next AEW show they do. You see Rick Ross and GJ Callen right behind Swerve.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Rick Ross
get
is
these
great on
people in.
Dynamite.
Like, it's cool. It's cool when you can get a Swerve or a Jade to get someone to get a cameo in. You know, you'll get on TMZ or something or on the website. Like, you know what I mean? That it's good exposure, etc. You know, you might tap in a few new fans or whatever. It's always cool to get the appearances, but like you can't beat when they actually like come in and like actually do something. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Kevin Gates, TNT title run. We need it, bro. But I'll never forget. Remember that picture of Kevin Gates with the 2 tag belts, bro?
Yeah.
You know what they should do? They should Swerve and his guys should fly out to Rick Ross one day when they're free, right? And record like 2 months worth of
No, that would be fire. No, that would be fire. You can get that done in a day.
And so you know what you do? You have these. I don't know where you want to put it. Dynamite. You put it on the internet exclusive, whatever you do, right? But it's almost like Rick Ross is this unseen Don who doesn't show up on site with them, right? But he's someone they answer to, like he's fucking Zordon of the Power Rangers. And it's shot like it's in a dark kind of room where he's sitting in this big chair that he turns around and he's just like
Maybach Mansion.
All you hear is like, "Good evening, my mogul affiliates. I see that you guys are rising the ranks. I'm seeing that Trench's got a singles opportunity on Dark. That's what's up. I made the boss call to Tony Khan." Like you just do shit like that where like you plan out what they're gonna do on TV and you just have him cut promos based on it.
Hey, TK, bro. TK, everybody says you're a numbers guy, You see what happens when black celebrities and people in hip hop come to AEW, those clips go viral way more than when you bring on like fucking Murr and Tom and whoever from Impractical Jokers. And I like Impractical Jokers a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like people care. Like Kevin Gates punching Nice in the face. That clip went super viral. The accusations clip is looking like it's gonna be a meme on Black Twitter forever now. Like, hey TK, keep opening the checkbook. Bring in these rappers, bro. It's big business. Good for your branding.
You know,
Yeah,
it'll be also great pop if you go to his house and you eat at it. They do vignettes and there's a wing stop at his house.
No.
yeah,
Because
but,
Rick Ross has them.
yeah. You got to get he's got to get his promo in, bro. You
Yeah.
know. Okay. So, well, okay. We got a super chat. Mads fan 84 women's division missing a dominant heel that can go.
Agreed.
They got one, bro. It's Athena, bro. But everybody kept bitching about Ring of Honor being on TV. She's on Dark.
Yeah, bro. You know, Athena's like
He's good.
I love
Athena's
Athena, bro.
amazing, bro.
She's
good.
great. You know,
Niggas try to say she was washed after her Achilles. Nah, nigga. You
I,
just moved
I,
on
I,
to your next thing.
I think she's one of those people that like she had to get in a flow again. You know what I mean? And she
yeah.
found it.
You know what though? Even on the indies though, she is having some good matches. So I don't know. You know, it's all about flow, momentum.
She was taking
all that
she was
kind
taking
of shit.
some nasty bumps as soon as she was available to on the indies, son.
Bro,
That bump that
she's
she
a
took,
sicko.
she
She's sick,
got
bro.
swerve stomped through a table. She let Tyra Valkyrie hit like a superplex to the outside on a pyramid of chairs. Like she's taking some nasty bumps.
Yeah, bro, she's sick. I love Athena. But yeah, next up AEW Dynamite. There was an MJF promo where he cuts a promo about crashing his car with a girl in passenger, and you know he swapped seats because he's a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. Obviously, we done the MJF talk earlier. You know we spoke about this promo earlier, so we don't need to touch on that. Next up, we had the Garcia Guevara gauntlet.
Oh,
Bro,
Ricky
what
Starks.
the fuck, bro?
And you know, Ricky Starks, it's like a gauntlet match as the title says. You know, he opens up with a match versus Angelo, and then he has to wrestle Matt Menard, who he rolls up in like a second. And then it's Daniel Garcia, and then Jericho, who's disguised as a fan in the crowd, and he hits a Judas effect while they're outside. Daniel Garcia rolls Ricky Starks into the ring, pins him. Ricky Starks loses. It's very anticlimactic. It's very weird. I don't know why they've done the gauntlet in the first place.
Bad,
Never
bro.
mind to
and
end it like
I
this.
love everybody that was in that. Well, shout out to Sammy. Shout out to the homie DG. Shout out to 2.0.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Shout out a lot of people.
we're not shouting out Ricky Starks, but yo,
I will.
all right, man. Monty shouting out Ricky Starks. So like, us as Wrestle Pierce as a whole, like everybody involved in that segment to varying degrees. What the fuck was that, son? Like,
it just, bro. Ayo, it's funny because I was talking shit about it going in, right? But in my head, I'm like, they're gonna make me look stupid. Like,
I never thought it was gonna be great. I thought it was just gonna be fine. Like I thought, Ricky was gonna do some like fiery babyface moves. DG was gonna be a big piece of shit. Sammy's gonna hit some real wild shit. And 2.0 is just gonna be like the funny henchman. And I thought it was gonna be like, all right, man. Like people were bitching, but this was fine.
And he's gonna go through the whole thing, and yeah, bro.
That was terrible.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
I'm glad Tony fucking said, bro. Thank God you showed up at the Rumble because fuck yeah.
Bro, what is DG doing right now that he couldn't go to the BCC?
Bro, I don't know, and I feel bad in the sense that I thought him and Ricky's wrestling was great, bro. I thought
the wrestling was no.
The wrestling
was good. The wrestling was good. They were having a good match.
That superplex spot that he tried to get back up, and then Garcia or one of the other one like reversed it back into their own standing suplex. Bro, it was a good match.
Yeah, DG definitely carried Ricky Starks to something watchable. He definitely.
Bro, Daniel right now is in a situation where he is, because he's such a nuanced, mature wrestler for his age, right? And he's showing it in these performances where it's like, it's almost like they could just slot whoever it is, like they're just slotting him in to do a job, essentially, like not a job as
why, bro? He was so fucking hot during the Danielson storyline, bro. Like,
I came up with the theory that Jericho needed to get Sammy over because Sammy was hated.
I don't think that at all, bro. As the one Sammy Guevara fan alive, I don't think they were even attempting to heat Sammy back up with that story. Like, I would have been, if they was, I would have been talking my shit on the story on the timeline. Like, yeah, niggas, like, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think that's what's going on, bro. I think they were just trying to tell a story, and then they told their story, and they didn't know where to go with. Like, if you were gonna do that, like, DG should be like the number 2 person in the BCC now. Like, he should be like, I'm not the BCC, in the JAS now. You feel me? Like, that should have set him up to be even a bigger piece of shit. But now he's just like a fucking henchman doing jobs. Like, I mean, but he won last night and
working
was
his
saying how
ass
that's
off while
bad.
being a henchman.
But
You know, like
Yeah, he won last night, but it's not like he got a rub off it.
yeah, you
Way
can
it
get a rub
happened.
off it. Everybody's just like, what
he
the
went
fuck? Like,
he went over. He didn't get over.
yeah.
As Bubba says, bro. Honestly, this whole shit was a fucking waste of time. This storyline is not interesting because what is this even about? He beat Jericho. They beat him up. He wants a rematch. Jericho's making him jump through hoops. He failed to jump through a hoop because Jericho came in with a lucha mask and fucking elbowed him. It's stupid. It wasted 30 minutes of my fucking time. It tanked the rating. I feel bad for most of the people involved. And it's just like, okay, now he has to figure out a new circular hoop for Ricky to go through. And will he overcome it? Probably as we get closer to the pay-per-view.
And the story separate themselves.
Who gives a fuck, bro? Like,
if y'all really want to get y'all shit off, give us a stipulation match at Revolution. Jericho, Ricky, have Ricky go over. Never have these two on screen together ever again. Like people, like y'all gonna call me crazy, but I enjoyed American Top Team versus.
No, don't say it, bro.
Sammy more than this. I swear to God, I did. I swear to God,
no. That was better. That was better.
I swear to God, I did.
That was better. Junior Dos Santos tagging. Hey, bro.
Come on, bro. Miles all that piece of shit out here, running knees on
that
people.
Shit
Like
was so bad. Like,
hey, bro, it was entertaining bad.
You didn't pop Monty. You didn't pop Monty when they went to American Top Team headquarters and stole that UFC belt.
No. I appreciate the effort though. I did actually appreciate the effort that they were trying to do something though. But it's just like Sammy Guevara walking around like trying to. I couldn't do it, bro.
Like he was his badass. Like.
The last thing I'm gonna say about this segment, man, this whole feud, man, like everything's been a miss for him. Like the promos suck. The only thing that they've hit was Action Andretti, and then now he doesn't even. The tag was
good. Jericho Ricky was a great match.
All right. Jericho Ricky was wait, that wasn't a great match. The tag
I thought it was
very good though.
The tag was a great match.
It had super heat.
Yeah.
What is this? The 70s about heat?
I'm fucking crying.
Yeah, man. It's the man. Give me some heat. You know?
That's what you say. That's what you say about that's like someone that's not a good wrestler. Oh yeah, man, but they get heat. You know, like
actually Andretti had showed the ability to have like a personality and charisma. I'm not saying he's fucking Eddie Guerrero or anything.
Where?
Like he's on the mic. People didn't like the content of what he was saying, but he wasn't like stumbling all over his words. He didn't look like a dickhead out there trying to talk. Like he seemed like people didn't like the content, but I think his performance was good.
Yeah, Action Andretti, so, you know, he's putting a good account of himself. It's just at the end of the day, with the roster stacked as it is, it's like other than Jericho wanting to get him over, you know, it's kind of like why, you know.
I mean, Action Andretti is a worker, bro. You see, he's walking around the stores and all that with his eye all blood up.
I do respect that. That got over with me when I saw he was selling the eye injury.
Yeah, the eye injury and shit.
That got over with me.
He went to number 3
on his Malachi Black shit, you know.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, could you imagine? Action Andretti behind that eye patch is a dark soul.
Yeah, bro, stop it. You ain't even getting this off. Stop.
Nah, what's next, bro? Yeah,
Darren Walker,
Henry getting his lore and impersonations bag.
The only way is bad, bro. He hits. He gets like one good impression, like one every 10. But anyway,
100.
Darren Walker, £5. Can we ask JAS? This faction is shocking. Garcia and Sammy never to be top stars because their promos are brutal. Don't give them the microphone. See,
I like JAS, and I like Garcia, and I like Sammy. Darren Walker, you've never had a good opinion in your life.
Darren Walker versus AO.
I think
every week.
I think Jericho needs to be reined in a little bit when it comes to booking.
Don't worry, CM Punk will rein him in.
That's true.
Bro, Jericho would put that pansy in a shoot walls of Jericho and break his back, bro.
Listen, bro.
Shoot walls of Jericho.
If Punk does come back and it comes to it and the fighting over who gets Tony's ear, you know? That whole politics game.
I'm going with champion.
Nah, but you know who's gonna win, bro.
Hey man. All I'm saying is
that's why Jericho's been trying to get ahead the past couple months.
The thing is, you can if you're a businessman, right? If you're a businessman and you're saying, hey man, should I take the bigger star who is completely mentally ill, or should I take to also big star, but on a much lesser scale nowadays. Nowadays, not all the time, but nowadays, right?
No,
But he's also mentally ill. But I know he'll be here forever as long as I treat him right. Whose side should I take? I'm taking the sure thing. You give CM Punk an inch, he gonna take 10 miles. He gonna go back to the loony bin. He gonna do something wild. He gonna shoot on Mega. He gonna shoot on Shad Khan and shit. It's just gonna be.
You know what else he's gonna do? He's gonna sell out some arenas. You know.
Yeah.
He's gonna sell a couple arenas.
He's gonna sell some shirts.
He's gonna sell some
viewers.
He's just gonna start shooting on everybody, bro. Just gonna start shooting on everybody.
You think Chris Jericho can move UFC pay-per-views like my boy CM Punk?
First of all, if you was a real AEW fan, you would know that Chris Jericho was doing shoot MMA training, preparing for the Adam Page match. You feel me?
Oh, bro,
you would know the lore of the juice effect.
To get back to, bro. That
You would know the lore. You would know the lore.
Yeah,
I know the lore.
There was so many like dynamic.
Shut your asses up. Chris Jericho had real MMA training, shoot MMA training. You feel me? He, at his advanced age, to this day, would be able to move more UFC tickets than CM Punk, and he would have a better chance of winning his fight than CM Punk.
No, he
Greatest
wouldn't.
finisher of all time, the juice effect.
I don't know, you know,
I think Chris Jericho will get KO'd in worse fashion.
No
than
one's
CM
trying to
Punk.
see that,
It's
bro.
not happening.
No one's trying to, bro.
He's getting
Y'all are not real wrestling fans because y'all would have seen the hellish conditions that Chris Jericho had that shoot MMA training under.
Bro, I've never seen anybody do shoot MMA training and real boxing training and still be fat, bro. You know, come on, bro.
Respect Butterbean. And respect what's his face? The world heavyweight champ right now.
Bro, you can't tell me Butterbean was in there really trying, bro. He was just in there hitting mitts. He wasn't out there running.
He was just blessed with, like, you know, he had that hand, bro. He had that bomb, you know.
Bro, Tyson Fury is the greatest heavyweight of a generation. He's fat as hell.
No, he has a six-pack under that.
Fury don't count either because he's
Fury on a whole bunch of shit.
Nah, man, Fury's on the fucking
Gypsy King, bro.
He on a whole bunch of shit, you know. But it is.
Shout out Spurs, $5. Sending shots at Darren Walker. Darren, stop with these bad opinions and stop cutting the NHS. See, look.
Oh, crying.
Darren Walker, you know, he takes the hate.
Darren Walker.
He takes the hate and he laughs at it, bro. That's what Darren Walker does, you know.
Darren's a trooper, man. I appreciate that guy.
Bro, I respect it, you know.
Bro,
Yeah,
okay, so look, man, Chuck Liddell and Fedor guys.
Y'all talking about some people that they weren't fat, bro. They had HGH bellies, son. That shit was straight HGH in their gut cooking.
Fedor, I guess you could have Fedor because he was like not physically like you know, he never had an ab in his life, you know, like, but he was still Fedor, you know.
I don't know who runs Russia or whatever. That dude, man, you don't know what kind of shit that they're pumping. Putin. You don't know what kind of shit Putin was pumping into Fedor, bro.
This nigga man,
he was on. I
don't know who runs Russia.
He was on fucking Captain America, super soldier serum and shit over there in Russia.
That shit, I don't know.
I don't know who runs Russia, or whatever, but yeah.
Hey man, you don't know what kind of type of shit they was on.
Oh man, it's a good podcast. Heart editing 499. In late, but here to say AO is the heart and soul of Wrestle Purists, the marks of Wrestle Purists, the Tanahashi of this generation. Go Ace, go.
The
Shout
AO,
out Heart
the A, you know, AO stand for Ace. I'm the Ace of Wrestle
AO is
shout out to Heart editing.
AO is Shinsuke Nakamura, and I am Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Oh my fucking god, bro!
Oh, get over it, man. You know,
I am just as drippy as Shinsuke, but
yeah, you know,
I'm more of
flagged out.
My drip is like Tanahashi and Shinsuke combined. You feel me?
Yeah, let's finish this.
Hollywood Rock on there, little Eddie Guerrero.
What happened next?
What happened? Everybody was.
Everyone who's ever gotten over. Everyone who's ever gotten over is me, bro. Just throw me the
part. Yeah, nigga, I'm Rock, nigga. I'm Rock, nigga. I'm Brock. I'm Austin.
Yeah. Okay. So MJF promo just mentioned that there was an Acclaim promo, obviously hyping up their main event with the Guns. There was a Bryan promo. He was like backstage with Takeshita. waiting for his match with Roosh. Obviously, he was checking on Takeshita because he was just attacked by MJF. And then he got locked into the locker room, waiting room, whatever you want to call it, by fucking, Jose, Perro, Preston Vance, whoever it was that done it. So Brian was
Perro
locked.
peligroso.
Yeah, Brian was locked in the locker room. He couldn't get out, and obviously Roosh had already made his entrance. They were waiting for him. He wasn't coming because he was locked in the room. Then MJF comes out and he cuts a promo saying, that Aubrey has to count and, disqualify Brian if he doesn't show up. And then you see Brian just kind of fucking fly through the door.
Bro, I'm pissed off about that, bro. I wanted to catch it to Larry at the door down. I don't know how the physics works in that, but I thought it would have been
That would have been cool.
Jumping Larry right into the
Oh, you're
door.
already been beat. It's just like a forearm, You just like,
That
just
fucking
fucking
door
hold
flies across the room.
Actually, yeah. Honestly, look, you have it where like they're doing a countdown, right? Danielson's like, oh my god, oh shit, and Takeshi's just like, ah! And Danielson looks at him like he looks at him in shock, like, what? And he's just like, go, no! And then Danielson like he breaks him out of it and he runs. That would have been actually really fun. That would have been really fun.
Brian would have sold it beautifully as well, because sort of, fun shit that he would be.
This awestruck face, like, oh shit.
Yeah, man. Next up, obviously, Brian made it out the locker room. He made it into the ring, and this started, which was one of the, I'd say it's hard to say it's like one of the great AEW TV matches because they have them all the time, So it's hard to like distinguish between them. It's not like I'd say this is like the all-time best match ever, but like, I don't know, bro. I felt like Ring of Honor love,
Monty, I'm gonna tell you, man, this match should have happened. I said this last night in fucking 90s CMLL or 90s AAA with grainy footage that you ask people, hey, do you have this and do you have better HD quality? This is the kind of match you see, and man, I don't know if Roosh tried 70% of the time or 80% of the time, he would be what everybody says the next Mexican star. This is the kind of dog Roosh is. He went in there, fucking pouring water all over his head, like a fucking savage.
Yo, the ladies love Roosh, bro. I was looking at the timeline. The ladies love Roosh,
bro. You got that swagger, bro.
I even said, man, I don't know. Look, Bryan Danielson in AEW has been aggressive, but Roosh, he hit him a couple times. Like, that thing where he does before he chops you in the chest, he slaps you in the face.
Yeah,
Danielson was not fucking with that. He got pissed off. And he woke up 2008 Bryan Danielson, and he decided to go fucking bombs. And this is the kind of shit. This is the real music. Headbutts. I know fucking Dave, I already know he's gonna put in the Observer tomorrow 4 stars because of the headbutts. Bro, this is the real shit. This is the shit that makes people get into the wrestling business. That's all I gotta say, man.
Nah, what a fucking great match that was, bro. I love it.
Beautifully
fucking blood was splashing on the camera and shit, bro. Like, what's not to love about this match? They were stiffing the fuck out each other. They was doing big throws. Like,
thing about Danielson is he wanted to go back to Mexico. He hasn't had the opportunity, so he's just doing all the stuff he planned in his mind here, whether it be with Bandito and Roosh, and it's like really cool. And I said this before when I talked about Bandito, like you're getting these different dimensions of Danielson that he can do with these different guys, and it's really, really fun. Roosh is a guy who, like, his primary strength to me is his aggression. Like, he's really aggressive and
definitely.
You know what I mean? And
just
so
a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe, just that aggression and going full throttle with that, and Danielson matching that intensity because he can be intense as fuck too and bleeding. Like, I don't even remember half the moves done in this match. I just remember the energy and vibe of the match, and it just being so fucking high level. You know what I mean? Like, I know they did the Mexican chops like across like the fucking like pec, the vertical ones. They did that. I know there's that fucking drop kick on the outside. It was just a great time. This was just a sensational match. Bryan Danielson's compiling these very quickly, and he's, I think, very easily the wrestler of the year right now on sheer volume of elite matches.
Yeah, Brian's gonna Brian if he's given the opportunity, man.
Exactly.
Look, man.
definitely
Danielson wants to go to Mexico, but Look, bro, you're not gonna go. Tony Khan's gonna keep you protected. The closest you're gonna get to Mexico is Laredo. Enjoy it while you can,
Laredo.
and have these fucking Mexican barn burners, bro. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Tony said, "I'll bring Mexico to you, bro." You know?
Literally.
But yeah, man, I think Manny said Manny popped me huge when he said this is the sort of shit that you'd see like CMLL like from 30 years
Yeah.
ago, and ask someone if they have better footage. Because that sort of like vibe in the brawl and just like the violence and shit of it. This was great shit, man. I think you guys
Bro,
all summed it
this
up
match
great.
the match was so good. Rob Viper said, "Bro, I take back what I said," and like he actually
He ran that shit back, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Love that shit. But yeah, man, this was heat, bro. Obviously after the match, Brian did get the win eventually. I think this pretty much sealed the match with MJF for Revolution. MJF comes out again, like we was talking about earlier on the show again. MJF comes down, comes off commentary. He puts Brian in the armbar. All the security's trying to stop him, but this time he's like fucking attacking the security, keeping them off him. And, he's got this unhinged look in his eyes. And, MJF is doing his role well. It's just like at this point, we've already seen him like a million times on the show.
I think this would have been more effective if all right. So MJF did that whole unhinged. A girl died when she was sucking my dick, and I set her up for whatever prison or whatever. Like I think that would have been more effective if he didn't come on commentary. He lets Rush and Danielson have their match, and then he comes out afterwards and then throws him in the salt of the earth and really yanks on him, looks unhinged and shit, because it's still playing on the thread that he's insane, he's lost it, maybe Danielson got to him, like he's not all there and shit. But now he came out, he did his cheeky little "I'm better than you and you know it" gimmick. He was like, "What up, fat boy?" to Shivani on commentary and shit. So it's just like it's like a whiplash. Every time you see him and shit, it's just like I don't know, it's not necessary.
I want to stop the show real quick, bro. Yes, AEW is on ESPN now, but it's on the Polynesian. It's like New Zealand, bro. Who gives a fuck, man? If it's on.
Hey, man! Shout out to that Joshi loving pervert Jordan Patu.
Wait, he can't even show his face in here with that on his ass.
I don't even know if he's here right now, but shout out to that pervert.
He's not even here, bro.
Because it's in the Polynesian countries and shit. They're getting it on ESPN, so he getting it on ESPN. I think he in Australia now and shit. So
yeah, man. Shout out Patu, man. Good guy. Lamora $5. Appreciate it. It feels like AEW doesn't celebrate itself enough. They gave us this crazy match and won't really bring it up again or use it to promote Rush more. Hopefully they do use it to promote Rush more, but
honestly, real quick. So I said this on the Late Night Grin last night. I said that AEW, WWE, whenever they do anything remotely good, they suck their own dicks for like weeks on end, and they make sure you don't forget, and they really hammer it home in like progressive match flow stuff, right? AEW, they'll do all these sensational things and just zip to the next thing, and it's not even a figment of your brain.
Something that I appreciate though, like, but I understand both sides, but I appreciate it though because TK is always trying to like, all right, so how much new content, how much new shit could I push out in this 2 hours that I have, right? Because he really only has the two Dynamite and then Rampage to get his shit off a week, so he's trying to stuff it as much as he possibly can without doing like all these big video packages. Or remember what happened last night on the Royal Rumble, and they just like burned 15 minutes. Showing us Cody's entire performance and shit. So just I don't know. I think there's definitely a healthy middle ground that they haven't hit yet. But I do appreciate that TK's just trying to get out as much new content as humanly possible in the limited time that AEW has in comparison to
you know how you can cut time and be efficient with it. Also, it doesn't have to only be video packages. You can just have commentary talking about these matches from the past. Like you could literally say like Rush has been on fire lately. What he showed against Bryan Danielson last week, going 20 minutes with him, having him bleeding all over the place, chopping all over the place. Bryan Danielson is not the same human being after facing Rush and going into that match at MJF. He's a fucking damaged human being because he went in there with a fucking monster.
They attempted to do that on commentary with Brian Cage this week.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't even peep, man.
But it's because MJF on commentary, bro.
But yeah,
MJF was blowing your shit.
Joaquin Guzman.
Is that
I believe
fucking El
that's-
Chapo, bro? Joaquin Guzman. Isn't that El Chapo's name?
Mi
I'm
compa
crying.
Miguel, saludos.
Shout out
Listen,
to El
appreciate the
Chapo, bro. Shout out to
$1.99.
the
You
shout out
know?
to Cartel. Good friends of mine.
That's crazy.
Bro,
That's
I
crazy.
saw. Speaking of Chapo, I saw a documentary about him recently, bro. He's complaining in jail that it's too rough for him in jail.
Well, you know, that's
I mean, he gonna play his hand any way that he can. I'm sure he's
Yeah,
living like a
man.
fucking king. In
yeah.
jail.
He's
Like
gonna.
a literal king.
No, not the jail they have him in. They have him at that prison where they put the big guns at,
For real.
Mm,
and everybody's in isolation.
I don't
And
believe that
nobody
he's
can
gonna
interact
die
with
in
each
there,
other.
bro. I think he's gonna. Oh, he's in an American prison, ain't he?
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
the
never
one
mind.
where they
He's
have
cooked. He's cooked. He's not.
where
in
they have
Mexico.
the U bomber and all that.
yeah. Enough. Enough of El Chapo. Cartel.
Bro, El
Peaceful.
Chapo over here giving us money and shit. We get
Yes,
a little lore.
we need context and law for El Chapo.
Bro, only on the Russell Spears podcast. We
Anyway,
appreciate everybody who's watching.
anyway. Next up, probably fly past this, but of course we will. In Practical Jokers, they're gonna do something with Jericho. But this kind of, I just want to say again, like this is again like just another backstage segment with Tony Schiavone. Like you could have I'm not saying you have to do a fucking angle, but like I don't know, bro. Like it's just no one needed to see that. I don't know. This is something we can talk about though. The Elite versus I've got them written down as Fox Flight, which is AR Fox and Top Flight. Trios titles. This was mayhem as expected, in a good way. AO, you're the big elite guy out of us 400%. Even though we all appreciate and like him, you know what I mean. You lead the army, bro. You know. So I'll let you
Kenny
get your shit
Omega,
off on this one.
Wrestler of the year, bro. CM Punk has never in his life, once again, CM Punk has never in his life done anything to elevate 3 black talents like that. And he never will, bro. Does he like black people? I'm not here to tell y'all if he does not like black people. But the proof is in the pudding, son. Dante Martin, Darius Martin, shout out to the homies, bro. They went out there, they fucking killed it. AR Fox has me every time he's on TV, he gets his shit in, which you have to appreciate it, bro, because he should have been on TV 10 years. Well, he was on TV 10 years ago, technically, but he should have been on major programming 10 years ago and not just fucking relegated to Lucha Underground and that's it. But you know, life's not fair and shit. But he's making the most out of it right now, and you know, he's just a better wrestler than Dax Harwood's ever been in his life. Better wrestler than CM Punk's ever been in his life. Better wrestler than Cash Harwood's ever been in his life. Cash Wheeler has ever been in his life. I can't even. They're so interchangeable, bro. I don't even remember which last name goes where.
Shut up,
Just two
man.
plain white guys, bro.
Shut
Anyway,
the fuck up.
nah, but on some real shit, I really enjoyed that match. Not CM Punk, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks was like, hey man, y'all got a lot of shit in your bags. Get it in. Dante Martin.
You were thinking about greatness. That's why that name came up to mind.
No. Yeah, I was thinking I'm starving. It's making me depressed. That's why I said his name. Yeah, but Dante Martin, he's putting more variance in his offense now. He's doing flips and shit, which he should have always done. He didn't do the whole look how high I could jump shit, which I fucking hate now. He didn't do that this match.
Still
Darius
pops
has
me,
been
you
looking
know.
great.
You
said what?
It still pops me.
I don't.
Like-
It's amazing athletically what he's doing. I'm just like, bro, we've seen it, son. Like, but I get it. People do like it, and in the live arena, seeing him like almost touch the ceiling of the arena and shit, it's probably an amazing visual and shit.
Are you talking about the hot dog splash?
Yeah, the hot dog splash where he
Just all these just like big, you know, when he just like jumps.
yeah, just jumps and it's just like 30 feet in the
Pops,
air.
man.
No, it is amazing. I'm just like, do a flip, my nigga. Do a flip. And
Yeah.
he did some flips.
Yeah.
That shit was great, bro. I liked it a lot. The Elite don't miss, bro. They really don't.
They don't really. Anyone got anything else they want to add to this?
No, AO covered everything.
Yeah, man. Ibu, stop your shit, bro. With
He blew his cover on the
yeah,
bit. It's over now.
Yeah, with your poor quality fucking speakers and shit, bro. Like,
You guys can hear
Going
it?
for a ride.
well, we
Holy
just
shit.
don't do that shit again. Anyway, Joaquin Guzman again, 199. Someone read that.
I'll read it.
Comparti una celda con Dominique.
Whatever that means. I hope it's not offensive, you know. But yeah, appreciate the super chat as always. But yeah, man, the Elite killed it as always. You popped me earlier. Dave Meltzer on Observer Radio was basically pretty much said if you have a good match with the Bucks, it don't count because they're the Bucks and they're just great and make everyone look amazing.
Hey man, you can say that, but FTR got a lot of stinkers under their belt. You feel me? Hey,
Bro, it always comes back. You know?
FTR got a lot of stinkers. Hey, real quick, Manny. All I'm saying is, before last night, which was 50% greatness and 50% stinkers, before last night, AEW's been on their best ever cage match run in company history. CM Punk and FTR nowhere to be found.
Really?
Did you pop to when Dave?
What's the next segment, Monty?
Nowhere to be found.
Bro, shut up.
What's the next segment, Monty?
Did you pop when? Bro, did you pop when Dave didn't want to talk about the Roosh Danielson match, and then as soon as Alvarez brought up the Elite and AR Fox, he was like, "Oh, bro, that was a great match."
It's always
that was funny.
Wait, why didn't he want to talk about Roosh Danielson?
It's not that he didn't want to talk about it. It's just that he kind of just like glossed over it. It's like, yeah, it was a great match, you know.
Oh, okay.
No,
he came up. He fucking
no. It's because when Alvarez said. No, because Alvarez said that it was a great match, and he said, "Well, it wasn't the only great match, and then
he wanted to get to where he wanted to get to, bro.
Yeah,
he does pop me, bro, because it's like he might be a bit biased towards him or whatever, but it's like, bro, the fire him up, man. The Elite fire him up, and he has like almost like
the greatest wrestler of all time, the greatest tag team of all time, and Dave Meltzer is somebody who's not afraid to live in the present, not afraid to acknowledge greatness when he sees it. So he's able to pop for the greatest team of all time, the greatest trio of all time, Kenny Omega and the fucking Young Bucks. And also, real quick, Sabre Jr. versus Clark Connors announced for a Battle in the Valley 20 minutes ago.
No, that was announced last night. That was.
Sure. Oh, they announced that shit last night?
I don't know if they're actually like official of it, but like they dropped like a promo video and everything about Clark Connors.
New Japan America just said it was official. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, man, good shit. I like Clark Connors a lot. Anyway, there was a Hook video package. It popped me because I mentioned him being PWR Rookie of the Year. Then Stokely cut a promo. He was talking shit on Hook, and then Hook comes into the camera, kind of grips him up. I
was hoping we would get that.
Shout out Stokely as always.
Hook match. Are y'all ready for when Hook pins Big Bill for WWE and Impact fans to post highlights of him in Impact about how much of a monster he was and how he's being misused and how Scott D'Amore is the greatest booker in America and how TK don't know what he's doing? Y'all ready for that?
No.
Anyway, it's already started, bro.
Anyway. Okay, main event time, which has caused a lot of discourse today. The Acclaimed lose the tag titles to the Guns in the main event after the Guns hit Billy Gunn, their own father, with a belt shot, which leads to a bunch of distractions. There's an amazing ref bump in the match. The actual match itself is kind of just kind of like a classic babyface versus heels main event. Like it wasn't like a banger or anything, but he wasn't bad at all, and there was a lot of like emotion and drama.
Over a year, bro.
Over
a year.
But yeah, man, there was this. The ref was distracted. Colton hit Bowens with the belt on the outside, and then then Austin rolls him up, and that's how they get the win. And they stole the tag titles. That's what they were trying to tell here, I guess. Yeah, man, the Guns, AEW World Tag Team Champions. Definitely not what I think a lot of people had in mind when the. Remember when the Bucks stood up on the podium and was like, "This is gonna be the best tag team division ever,"
Bro,
yeah.
This is what they had in mind.
Great tag team. Bro, we have listen to this. The Young Bucks, the Lucha Bros, FTR, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega, and the Gun Club, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Serving Our Glory as well. My fault. I love that fucking range.
Listen, man. What? To me, I thought, Monty, this was bad in like every which way you can look at it, except the reality that this does signify that FTR are returning, and will beat the shit out of the Guns, and they're going to be huge heroes when they return, and the fans are going to be super into it, and they're going to win the tag titles. So
I have
in
a
that
quick question for
respect,
y'all though. Do y'all have a better idea for who could have been transitional tag champs?
I would have been
Big-
yes.
Big
People were
Bill
throwing a
and
bunch of
Moriarty.
names. Pretty much. Here's the thing about the Guns to me.
I've given
man.
it no thought, so I don't know. I've
Yeah,
given
yeah,
it
yeah.
no thought.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Like the Gun Club to me, they've become a viable TV act, and I actually don't mind them as characters on TV. I think that their segments and stuff with the Acclaimed have been like pretty inoffensive, and some of them have been very like entertaining. Actually, I just don't think that they're title level wrestlers. And even if it's on a transitional level, that's fine. That's like saying like, oh, Miz won the title, and that's okay because he's gonna drop it to Lashley in 2 weeks. Like, that's
That
cool,
shit
but
was
it's
not
still,
okay, bro. But I mean, it was okay because
that's
it's just
what
a
I'm saying.
WWE Championship. Like they put it on anybody. So
Yeah, but my point is, it's a similar thing where it's like, oh yeah, he's a shitter, but yeah, but you know, it's just to get it to this guy. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
no
yeah,
big
yeah.
thing. So the bottom line is the Guns, like in ring wise, they're just not on that level. And so this match is like generally pretty standard. And I thought the last minute, like just the timing of everything was super off. And so, and there was like a TNA finish. I just wasn't crazy about any of this, to be honest with you. And yeah, I just thought generally was like kind of bad business. But again, I wasn't like enraged over it, only because you know, I am happy that FTR are coming back soon, and hopefully that's sooner rather than later.
Well, you hope they are. You know, it's kind of an issue.
There's no way. There's no way.
It is
Bro,
you
but
just
this is
putting.
so
Bro, you
mad.
said this shit with Sasha. You know.
I don't believe.
My-
I don't think.
No.
I don't think the Gun Club. I used to think they.
I don't think they're leaving. I'm just saying nothing is actually said.
Okay, so I'm asking you a question. Okay, hold on. Wait a bro. So if they just did this just to go set up a rematch at the pay-per-view with the Acclaimed, it's just like, why? No way. No way.
Look, bro. I'm just saying. You always have to preface these things, bro. You know, there's a lot of people in here. You never know. You could come on Twitter. You could go on Twitter when you get off this and be like, "Backup Hangman has said that FTR's report."
Yeah.
Like, so you just think,
no, yeah, it's not a
sure.
report. It's not a report.
No, I'm not reporting. I don't.
It's what
I
he thinks
don't know
as
what
a
they're gonna
fan.
do. Yes, as a fan, I believe that this finish signifies that they're coming back to win those belts back. If that's not what this is,
It's
I'm
a
even
mess,
more
bro.
negative on something that I think is already pretty bad.
bro. People were saying, like, this is what I mean as well. Like, people were doing this with the was it Arthur Ashe? Where was the where was Sasha Gate? It was
Sasha
the
Gate was
LA
in
show.
LA.
The
In
LA
LA.
show, that was the one. Yeah,
Right.
bro, a week or something outside of that, people were like, well, if it's not Sasha, then what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And it wasn't Sasha.
Bro, if this is not about the FTR thing, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, man.
if this was literally to just go Gun Club versus the Acclaim, Falls Count Anywhere at Revolution, it's just like, this is the best you could come up
Bro,
with.
and
I think
know-
that's probably.
I
that
know,
probably.
I know y'all
Go
are
on,
huge
Ayo,
like
go on.
FTR fans and shit, but it's just like, bro, like, and y'all obviously want them to get the belts back and have their run or whatever, but is the Gun Club really the best vehicle to get them there, son? Like,
It's pretty lame. It's pretty lame, to be honest.
It's, you know, I think just to summarize it up real quick, it's just, I think we caught it pretty well then. Where it's like, if this isn't to like build the FTR thing, then what the fuck? It's probably a good way to round it up and round up the Dynamite. Obviously, a very MJF centric episode, which you spoke about earlier on. Yeah, man, I thought it was the wrestling on the show was really good. In terms of like angles and segments, definitely some improvements to be made, as we spoke about. Quick super chat before we get out of here. Phantom FTW £5. So the Acclaim's whole run from Dark all the way to the World Championship ends with this wet fart because FTR cried to TK.
and I can't respect that at all, bro.
Well, I don't think that's quite what happened. But, you know,
No, that's exactly what happened. Acclaim to get their rematch. They'll probably
Shut
lose
up,
again.
bro.
FTR burying more black people. What else is new?
Oh no, not this.
That is a nasty narrative.
After the elite said,
Bucky.
"Hey, bro, we got a match on Dynamite. Get your shit in, my niggas." They said it just like
Berkey
that.
199. Who asked for the final remote versus Booty Boys 2? Listen, man.
Ain't they like Final Remote
it's
versus
tough,
Booty Boys
bro.
like 4? Like I feel like they've wrestled so much at this point, son.
They
like,
wrestled a couple of times.
like,
Yeah,
this is
man.
nasty,
not-
bro. I
they've
want
had
to see
that.
this shit.
I think they wrestled on Dark too.
Yes,
Yeah, they
bro. I want
Um,
to see this shit.
FTR like them, man.
No, they obviously really
they
like
do-
them.
they
too.
clearly
Like,
like them.
They
Yeah.
do.
They obviously do like them,
Um,
but like, bro, like, can y'all find some black people to like FTR?
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's get out of here, man.
Right.
I'll do the plugs for all of you. You know, Backup Hangman, of course. Follow him at Backup Hangman on Twitter. He's always doing threads. Sometimes he's doing the spaces. He's also working on doing a feature at the moment. He's also working on doing some YouTube stuff with us for WrestleMania. Some really cool content coming there. So keep up to date with what he's doing. Manny the Hooper, as you all know, the very unique mind of Manny the Hooper. He's now going to start doing. We're going to try and do like a weekly review thing where when Manny watches like his lucha matches, his matches from Japan, his matches from the American Indies, the stuff that you might not have seen on like Dynamite or Raw or whatever. He's going to do his reviews of those and in his own little style, which is, you know, why we all love him. All you have to do is read like the first couple of lines of the first one that we dropped earlier. If you go to the Wrestle Purist page or website, you'll see it pretty quickly, and you'll quickly understand why we all love Manny. Very unique. No one can write like him. And then AO, of course, we got on Purist tomorrow. The quote unquote A show. Chris, Rob, AO, always getting up to what they get up to. You know, everyone loves the show. Tap in if you haven't already. I'm sure most of you already do. We've got a $50 super chat from Farfar
God
2.
damn. Far with the buzzer beater.
Holy shit.
Buzzer beater for real. Farfar 2, appreciate you as always. $50 super chat. Please vote for me in the women's draft in the Discord. Love the community. We'll be streaming Rampage and SmackDown tomorrow and Battle of the Valley and Chamber next week. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Discord. Shout out Far as always, keeping the Discord popping with his live streams and shit. On Purist tomorrow. Make sure you tap in.
I do want to say one quick thing. What we did today, I thought what we did today, guys, was really special. The amount of people that we got to tune into this show, and all the buzz we were able to generate on such short notice. And you know, I couldn't do it without you know, the people that are on screen with me, but also just you guys watching in this community, that we've created. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys one more time. You're the best. Wrestle Purist is great. It's growing. It's on the rise. We got shit coming. So I just want to say, you know, thank you to everybody.
Yeah, man. Good followers, good followers. We appreciate everyone. Of course, like, subscribe if you haven't already. On Purist tomorrow, like I just said. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You know, you've been with us for nearly 3 hours, so why haven't you subscribed yet? And yeah, man. Peace. Appreciate you.
Peace.